KDKA.
71 and mostly cloudy at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix returns to Shenley Park this weekend. With more on that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
This will be the Grand Prix's 43rd year and will have new course routes. The course typically incorporates the Panther Hollow Bridge, but that's under construction. Instead, racers will veer left from the Boulevard of the Allies and onto Overlook Drive. Another addition will be a 1-mile hill climb that will start near Phipps Conservatory and will climb West Circuit Drive and end near the Neal Log House. The 2025 edition of the Pittsburgh Sporting Tradition, which started in 1983, brings roughly 3,000 cars and their owners from around the world. The vintage races start at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
A teen was wounded early this morning in Turtle Creek. Allegheny County Police say 911 was notified. A 14-year-old boy was driven to a hospital by friends around 2:30 a.m. The teen had a gunshot wound to the shoulder. And University of Pittsburgh police have issued an off-campus crime alert about a burglary early this morning in the Panther Hollow area. That happened around 3:45 a.m. at a home in the 10 block of Boundary Street. A man reportedly entered through the front door and left 5 minutes later. The residents told officers nothing appears stolen and said the man had braided hair, tattoos on his face, and was wearing a polo shirt. Anyone with information should call University or Pittsburgh police. The White House says President Donald Trump has had a checkup for mild swelling in his lower legs. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says tests showed Mr. Trump has chronic venous insufficiency. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
They said they did an echocardiogram and that was normal. They tested the kidney function. So I think, this condition, chronic venous insufficiency, is very common. It happens in people who are older.
Leavitt also addressed bruising on President Trump's hand, saying it's consistent with irritation from frequent handshaking and the use of aspirin. Students who attend Penn West and other state-run schools will be paying more in the fall, but will that be short-lived? News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has that story.
The $139 tuition increase for the fall comes with the condition that if the final state budget provides the state system of higher education with the $40 million in funding it sought, then it would rebate the fall tuition and roll back the hike for the spring. State Senator Camera Bartolotto says tuition is already too high for in-state students.
We need to do a better job of teaching the kids in our state with our own schools.
She says they still haven't looked at the education part of the budget yet, saying the plan that was sent over by the House this week amounted to just an appropriations bill, since it didn't include how to pay for any of it. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 51 points at 44,433. The Nasdaq up 53 points, and the S&P is up 13. KDKA Sports. At the Open Championship, American Brian Harmon is in the clubhouse with a second-round lead of 8 under. The Pirates and White Sox will open a 3-game series tonight at PNC Park. Bailey Falter starts for the Bucks. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 10:03. Recently lost your health insurance or don't have insurance through an employer? Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873 for affordable options. 71 and cloudy in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. CCAC is the best. Whether you want to study robotics, cybersecurity, aviation, culinary arts, business management, or multimedia web programming, CCAC has it all. Folks, it's the real deal with expert instructors, industry-grade equipment, high-tech learning spaces, so much more. Want a big future with little debt? Register for fall classes right now. ccac.edu. Folks, I know friends who love it. ccac.edu.
U.S. Steel's new partnership with Nippon Steel
is generating an extra spark in our mills
and fresh energy in our minds.
As employees of U.S. Steel,
we'd like to thank the communities where we live and work for your support.
The partnership means better opportunities for our employees, more prosperity for our communities,
and more steel made right here in America.
Thank you for believing in the future of U.S. Steel.
A stronger America
is made here.
Always.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
From the the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? And it is a happy Friday kind of situation in most spots, at least from the accident roster. We don't have any major accident-related traffic tie-ups throughout the district right now. We do have some delays, kind of holdovers from the earlier commute. Looks like a lot of people left the house a little bit later for their Friday morning ride. 28 southbound is heavy right around the 31st Street Bridge. Parkway West inbound is kind of back and forth with the delays right now. You're stacking at the top of Green Tree Hill there. Inbound on the Parkway East, getting a little bit heavier between Wilkinsburg and Edgewood Swissvale. The outbound or eastbound commute on the Parkway East has delays for you as you're rounding the bend about 1.5 miles before the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy for this afternoon. It's not going to be as humid, but we'll have a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots, high 78, some clouds, and a low of 69 tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
It's the Big K, Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest 3 stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Woo! McDonald's has a snack grab his back. The crap that makes news, man. It was lousy when it was here. It's just as lousy when it's back. It went viral. What the hell's that mean? It went viral. Their snack wrap is back. I could care less. Killing me. What makes news today? This thing that kind of blew up overnight, Wall Street Journal says they have a letter. Oh, this Trump crap. Wall Street Journal says they have a letter that Donald sent. It's in this big file, they said. Now, I know they have it. The Wall Street Journal does not mess around. But they say they have this letter in this big file that Donald sent to Epstein on his 50th birthday. And that Donald drew a naked picture of a woman with Donald's name in a private parts area. Okay. I'm so glad you got that letter. Let me clue you in on something. I'm going to help you with this. If they had video with Donald Trump having sex with 46 women, it wouldn't matter. It just wouldn't matter. Folks, he was impeached twice. He's got 34 felonies. Come on, man. Move on. Hate him on your own time. Please? Come on, man. When that man leaves the White House, it's going to be at the end of his term. That's it. That's it. Now these conspiracies about his health and those stupid spots on his hand that he covered with makeup. Hey. I've been on television and on video for more than 40 years. I never put makeup on my hand. That's just an ego thing, man. That's just But that's Trump. Again, make all the memes you want. Make all the jokes you want. The man's in power. Get over it. My whole thing is argue policy, man, not BS. So now we got to listen to 3 more weeks about did Donald write the letter. I just don't care if he wrote the letter. I just don't. I thought it was about the kids. Oh, it isn't about kids. Oh, it's about if Donald wrote the letter. I don't care about the letter. I don't care if Donald wrote it. I don't care if he didn't write it. I want them to follow through on the promises they made here in Pittsburgh at the Economic Summit and be done with it. Because politicians tend to BS a lot. One who doesn't, Guy Reschenthaler, made an historic comment on this talk show yesterday. And I'm playing it again. I played it at least 3 times yesterday because it was so damn good. And tens of thousands of people, more than that, have listened to it on social. And the reason why I love it is because it's so legit. And it's what defines him as a great leader and an honest man. And it defines the state of affairs in Washington with this silliness with the Donald write the letter. This was yesterday when I asked. The whole thing is with guys, he hates Washington. He hates it. And I mean hate. And he's had great success. He's very powerful now. And he's had great success. And I asked him if he still hates Washington. And this is what Guy Reschenthaler, the congressman, said. Listen, that one of the good feelings you have is the rearview mirror as you leave D.C. because you couldn't stand it, because of the politics. Are you feeling better because of the progress you've made and the inroads? Are you feeling better?
Oh yeah, I still hate D.C. with a passion. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I still love every time I get out of the city, but I am proud of the work I'm accomplishing here, and I see it as just a continuation of service from the Navy to being a district judge where I met you as a magistrate in the South Hills to the state Senate to here. So it's worth the sacrifice. But yeah, I mean, I travel all over the United States, all over the world. The most obnoxious, self-centered, self-serving people, you can find most of them here in Washington, D.C. It's a town of just horrible people. Marty, just real fast, when...
My man, I love them. Love them.
Yeah, just real fast. At Duquesne Law School, I looked around. I'm friends with a whole bunch of people that I went to law school with, but I looked around and I was like, oh, man, every single annoying kid from college and high school that always had his hand up, was always obnoxious. It's like they found all those annoying kids and they put them in law school.
No.
And then when I got to D.C., I was like, oh, they took the most obnoxious of the most obnoxious people from law school and they brought them all to a city. And they give them all self-important jobs, and that's called Washington, D.C.
Oh.
It's so transactional. It's like whenever somebody asks you what you do, or it's always like in their mind they're like, what can I extract from my relationship with you? It's like, who do you work for? What committees you on? Can you help me get bills for my clients passed? It's disgusting.
Ah! My man. Send that man a dozen donuts or something, man. Some flowers. If he was here, I would have hugged him. That was beautiful. That's why I love Guy Reschenthaler, Republican congressman. That is brilliant. Made me proud to know him. The guy tells the damn truth. It's a game. He's good at it. He plays it, but it's a game. Got a lot going on here today. You got to hear this clip from Stephen Colbert and what it actually means in terms of why he got canceled. Colbert got canceled. Let me preface this by saying I don't like him. I don't like the show. It's too one-sided. Every night it's 20 minutes of I hate Trump, and it's annoying to me. It's gross. However, my man makes $20 million a year. It doesn't matter what Marty Griffin thinks. But what does matter is he just got canned, and I'm going to tell you why when we come back.
Before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And...
Okay, that's the start of it. We'll come back. We're going to do exactly why that happened. Well, the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, thank you. Parkway West inbound has a little bit of traffic. That's what's up. It's stacking for you right around the Parkway Center Mall overpass as you fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Heading toward the outbound Squirrel Hill tunnels, you're lining up just after the on-ramp at Bates Street, so about 1.5 miles of stop and go before you make it through those tunnel portals and get to the eastbound Parkway, headed toward the eastern suburbs. Parkway East inbound is slow for you right around Edgewood, Swissvale. A reminder for your weekend bridge inspection activities, we'll have a single lane of traffic in either direction on I-376. This will be tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. until about noon. It'll be on the city side of things between the Boulevard of the Allies, exit 72B, and the 2nd Avenue, exit 71B. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MOVE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MOVE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When my parents passed, we put their entire estate in the hands of Julian Gray, who's the best elder law attorney in America. I am not exaggerating. The best in the country. Saved us time, calmed us down, saved us thousands of dollars. GrayElderLaw.com. And as life goes, guess what they're doing now? Our estate. What happens if I die? What happens if I go into long-term care? What happens to our investments? What happens to our kids? What do we do with their trusts? Who do we trust? Julian Gray. GrayElderLaw.com. They sit you down. They talk to you. They do all the research. All the planning. GrayElderLaw.com. 412-458-6000. 412-458-6000.
PA's #1 volume Kia dealer steps it up with great July deals that are for the people. 25 Kia Sportage LX or 25 Kia Seltos LX. Take your pick. Shorkey Kia has them for just $199 per month for 24 months with $29.99 due at signing. All with 2 years of prepaid maintenance, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Locations in North Huntingdon and Wexford. ShorkeyKia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
If you're turning 65 this year, review your Medicare Part C options now. You need to know the difference between Advantage plans versus supplement plans. Contact locally owned and operated Need Part C today for a free consultation. That's Need Part C. Beat the annual enrollment rush. NeedPartC.com.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My man Ryan, play the Colbert clip, please.
Before we start the show, I want to let you know something that I found out just last night. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away. And I do want to say I do want to say that the folks at CBS have been great partners. I'm so grateful to the Tiffany Network for giving me this chair and this beautiful theater to call home. And of course, I'm grateful to you, the audience, who have joined us. Every night, in here, out there, all around the world, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. I'm grateful to share the stage with this band, these artists over here every night. And I am extraordinarily, deeply grateful to the 200 people who work here. We get to do this show. We get to do this show for each other every day, all day. And I've had the pleasure and the responsibility of sharing what we do every day with you in front of this camera for the last 10 years. And let me tell you, it is a fantastic job. I wish somebody else was getting it. And it's a job that I'm looking forward to doing with this usual gang of idiots for another 10 months. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
We're going to lock in.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Y'all ready? Okay. That's all I wanted to say. Dante?
There you go. There you go. So, couple things. It's the highest rated show in that time slot. About 2.5 million people a night, which is still a pretty good audience. However, it's lost half of its revenue in the last 5 years, which is what's happening across the spectrum of network television. News shows, long-running shows, you name it. ESPN, they're getting crushed. Radio, newspapers, abysmal. Colbert makes $18 million a year. The show broke even. So it quit making money for them like 2 years ago, they say. I don't know the inside here. I don't like the show because of his myopic view of everything. It's just, I hate Trump. It's annoying. It's boring. It's trite. But Jimmy Kimmel does the same thing. I mean, he just does. He hates Trump. Doesn't he? Yeah. He's lost a big chunk of his audience, too. I don't know if it's Trump-related or... No one stays up. The kids watch everything on streaming. It's all social. So then there's this. From the Hill, Elizabeth Warren, Adam Schiff blast CBS. And they want answers. They believe it was a political decision. The news comes after Colbert publicly took CBS parent company Paramount Global to task for settling a $16 million lawsuit with President Trump. CBS canceled the show right after Colbert called out CBS parent company Paramount, saying the deal looks like bribery. Warren wrote, Elizabeth Warren, America deserves to know if his show was canceled for political reasons. Schiff was on the show on Thursday. If Paramount and CBS ended the show for political reasons, the public deserves to know and deserves better. Okay? What do I think? I think, all my feelings about the content aside, I think he got screwed. All my feelings about what I think about he does the same thing every night, I think he got shafted. I think somewhere in some smarmy, grimy, smoke-filled back room, someone said to a bunch of other people, look, we can become billionaires or we can jack with Colbert for the next year and give him a new deal. If the deal doesn't go through, everybody gets, everyone that has a wallet in a piece of this gets screwed. And what has to happen is the deal has to get approved by the FTC. And if Trump hates CBS, and he does because of this crap, and he hates Colbert, and he does, and he kind of intimates to the FTC not to approve this deal, and you know how he rolls, the entire deal could blow up. So, by the way, the network said it is not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount. Okay? By the way, it's the most watched talk show during the 11:35 slot. But remember this. He hates Trump. And it's every night. And it's most of the show. And Trump hates it. Hates it. And Trump kicked their ass in court. Trump beat them down with 60 Minutes. He did. And half of their people, Scott Pelley, half of them can't stand Trump, can't stand their jobs, and can't stand the environment. Do I think, in all likelihood, that this happened because of the possibility of Trump blowing up this deal? Yes, I do. Am I sad about it? Yes, I am. Because the truth is, once we let politicians dictate content, we're screwed. In all my years, and I've been at this a while, no one ever in Los Angeles where I worked, in Dallas where I worked, big networks, big stations, no one has ever told me what to do. Now it's happening. So half the staff at 60 Minutes is ready to go. Half the staff at CBS News. Come on, I got to get him real fast. Got to get him. Come on. Thank you. Jimbo, go.
Looks like a hit job to me.
It does.
I've been around this game a long time, and I don't think it's beneath the president or any of the president's minions to put it in Paramount's ear to say, well, you know what? You want this deal.
Right
you
on.
You got to go away.
Right on.
Pardon me?
If it smells like a rat.
I've watched. Like I said, I'm jaded because I've seen this kind of crap in the past, not only politically but in business. They do it, and they do it under the shade of other stuff.
Right on, brother. Right on. You nailed it. Had to grab him. He's spot on. Love him.
7 races, 7 dogs, and KDKA Radio. Colin Dunlap takes his show on the road in support of the Wiener 100 race at EQT Park as part of the Bark in the Park night on August 19th before the Wild Things game. Find out if your wiener dog is eligible to race by clicking on the events page at KDKARadio.com. Hot dogs, baseball, the Wiener 100 race, and Colin Dunlap. Only on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos. Fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 71 and overcast. At 10:30, I'm Paul Rasmussen. A Beaver Falls woman is accused of stealing thousands of dollars in scratch-off lottery tickets from a convenience store. The Westmoreland County District Attorney's Office says 29-year-old Susan Decker stole nearly $5,000 worth of scratch-off ticket books from the store where she worked in Mount Pleasantboro. The DA's office also says security video shows Decker taking the books, activating them, but never putting them up for sale. She reportedly told police she did it in an attempt to win money to help support her boyfriend. Decker is now charged with theft and receiving stolen property. The Allegheny County Health Department is launching a public awareness campaign about vaccine hesitancy. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Annie Nagy, the department's operations manager of clinical services, tells me the campaign focus is strengthening trust between families, primary care providers, and pediatricians.
You know, the idea of this new campaign is like, talk to your doctor. Don't necessarily get your information from scrolling on Facebook or social media or that type of thing. So the idea is like, go back to your doctor, talk to your doctor.
Nagy says childhood vaccines allow kids to become healthy adults. If you have questions about vaccinations or want to schedule an appointment, call the immunization clinic at 412-578-8062. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The city of Pittsburgh is expanding its deer culling program to more parks. Last year, almost 200 deer were culled, but officials say the herd remains uncontrolled. So this year, 4 parks are being added: Hayes Woods, Hazelwood Greenway, Southside Park, and Beachview Seldom Seen Greenway. Now, the city is looking for 65 more archers and is taking applications until Sunday. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 174 points at 44,310. The Nasdaq is down 25 points, and the S&P is down 3. KDKA Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband, and he lost weight, and his cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend lost 20 pounds her first 2 months.
Oh my, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking. Early bird special, only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. That's right. Seminars Wednesday, July 23rd at the Hilton Garden in Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. And Thursday, July 24th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh, West and Greentree. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar, 8 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that. Lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Bitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your free consultation at 724-934-8446,
724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty. So it looks like we still have maybe what we'll call a late rush hour on a Friday. I mean, Fridays are typically lighter than what we normally see Monday through Thursday, but we certainly do have some slowdowns for you in a couple of spots. Parkway West inbound is slowing right around that on-ramp from the Parkway Center Mall area. Between there and the runaway truck sand pile is where you're finding the really slow-go stuff headed for the Fort Pitt tunnels right now. 28 southbound can have some bunching traffic for you between the 31st Street Bridge and the off-ramp for East Ohio Street. Outbound on the Parkway East, that commute is just not fun right now. Stacking between the Forbes Avenue off-ramp and the Bates Street on-ramp as you make your way to the Squirrel Hill tunnels through the construction zone that'll be in place till about 2 p.m. there. Inbound, you're lining up at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy and not as humid this afternoon. We'll have a high of 78 with a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Low 69 with some clouds for tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
We have made it. Friday. Oh, yes. Big Friday. Here's why. I'm on vacation next week. Friday, 2 to 6. I'm here today. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
As one of my boys who owns a restaurant on the South Side said to me, and this is a quote, Stevie Wonder could see what we need to do over here. But in the intimate wisdom and the circular conversation that is, let's fix the South Side, they've decided to spend more money and waste more time and send out another survey. This is the dumbest move in years. Rich Chupcup, come on, man. A survey, brother?
It's asinine. Totally asinine.
That's so stupid.
Marty, we've been paying for surveys, consultants, studies, junkets to California to learn how to fix Southside.
Entertainment directors.
Yeah, Main Street managers. This all started 6 years ago, Marty, when Josette Fitzgibbons came to Southside asking the business owners what they want, and we said public safety and police. And she says, "Oh, we don't want to talk about that. Let's build a database." And 6 years later, here we are again.
Quit whining, man. We're going to take the survey. You mind taking it with me?
Sure.
Question number 7. Think about the past 2 years. How would you rate the following services in the South Side? Street cleaning, Rich. Very good. Good, fair, poor, very poor, not sure.
Street cleaning? No, actually, we do have clean streets over here.
All right. Landscaping.
Landscaping. I mean, there's not too much you could do with sidewalks and concrete.
Trash removal.
Trash removal is not bad. That's pretty good too, Marty.
Not bad. Security, police.
Negative 100.
Horrible. Lighting.
Negative, yeah. Negative.
Lighting.
Oh, we have plenty of lights to see the gunfire. We have plenty of lights over here to see that. The police. The police bring them in on them portable movie lights.
Yeah. Fireworks too. They create some light.
Yeah.
Events and promotions.
negative 1,000.
I particularly like the 11 o'clock at night parties drawing thousands of out-of-control teens to the south side. I love those.
Yeah.
Variety of businesses on the street.
We're being reduced to tattoo shops, stuff like that.
Vape shops.
We used to have fine restaurants.
Yep.
Different kind of bars.
Yep.
And now, we're reduced to just chaos.
And the vape shop was robbed last night.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was, sir. Homeless outreach services.
Well, there's $10 million in that Allegheny County fund for homeless people, and we still have homeless people everywhere throughout the county throughout the city.
You do, sir.
$10 million. I don't know what they're doing with it. They're hiring their friends, bureaucrats, nepotism, corruption, so on.
What should the top priorities be in the next 5 years? Most important, Rich.
We need police.
Second most important, police.
And let the police do their jobs. They're going to install a new plan this weekend to divert traffic off of East Carson. So what you're doing is taking the problem from East Carson Street and put it into the residential area.
Yeah, we broke this. They're going to start checking ID on kids. They're going to close a block there. We'll see what happens. So, here we go. Which of the following services would you be willing to pay for? Oh, my. Safety patrols.
They love to say we need more money, but we pay taxes to the city.
Right.
Okay? We pay the drink tax to the county.
Right.
We got the Bruce Cross parking enhancement parking plan over here.
You do.
Which has hundreds of thousands of dollars in it that's supposed to be used for public safety. And so, how much more money can we throw at a problem before, they say, oh, finally, this is what we have to do instead of surveys, more bureaucrats, so on and so forth.
There's no way in hell, my brother, you should write a check to anyone. There's no way.
Absolutely not.
Would you support a managed district in which all property owners contribute through an annual fee to fund added services? Wow.
Just take your money out on the street and burn it. It's the same thing.
Now they want the new guys to pay for all this crap.
Yeah. Well, Marty, they're sending the survey out. They're going to save a lot of money in stamps because 35% of the places are closed.
So they want to raise, wow, they're talking about over $2,000 a year per business, $170 a month.
Yeah. And you go to these meetings that these guys are in charge of, and you would think that we're living in Beverly Hills. Oh, everything's okay. No shootings, no chaos, no one firing M80s at the police.
Hitting cops with rocks, breaking a cop's ankle.
They broke his leg in 3 places.
They sure did.
The Sergeant Robinson.
They sure did.
And then they pepper sprayed the female officer that night too.
They sure did. So by this standard, it appears to me that they want you to pay up to fix this. That's the vibe I'm getting, brother.
It's a Pittsburgh mentality. Look at the Pittsburgh Public Schools, city of Pittsburgh. They think that money solves the problem. It's actually the people that solve the problem.
So starting this weekend, they're closing 12 to 17th?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They're going to start, IDing teens?
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out. You're going to have the ACLU over here with about 10 lawyers with their briefcases.
And diverting the idiots to the neighborhood so they can jump out of their cars and urinate on folks' front doors.
Yeah, the last time they tried this, the guy ended up in someone's living room on 17th Street.
Oh, I remember. I had friends who had people urinating on their front door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Chupka, you failed the survey, sir. We'll stop by later today for our $2,000 check, please. They're
a bunch of jagoffs. It's unbelievable.
They are. They are. What I love is how they blame me and you for this crap. I love to take the blame for the South Side.
Oh, yeah.
You and Chupka burning it down. How the hell are we going to attract business? Oh, I don't know. Maybe no more fireworks in cops' ears. No more near riots. I don't know. No more shootings or stabbings. I don't know.
Three weeks in a row where we had to go to Code 1 to bring the whole city police department into the South Side to stop the chaos.
But other than that, it's Marty's fault and Rich Chupka, that hellion.
Yep, exactly.
You're my man. Thanks, brother.
Okay, Marty.
We're going to put the survey online. You guys can take it, too. I welcome your input. That's fascinating. They want them to pay. Basically what they're saying, they want them to pay. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is some weekend road work is going to close Rhode Road in Penn Hills beginning at 9 tonight, round the clock through 5 on Monday morning. Milling and paving operations will force a complete closure of Rhode Road between Maple Lane and Business Route 22, William Penn Highway. You'll also have a complete closure of the eastbound or outbound 376 ramp to Penn Hills, Rhode Road, that's exit 81, and also a complete closure of the Penn Hills on-ramp to the outbound to Parkway East. Also, a short-term full closure of the westbound or inbound 376 ramp to Penn Hills, Rhode Road, that's exit 81, will happen from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Saturday. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for On the Money with Secure Money Advisors. Brian Caranta has tips that will make sure your retirement and income plan is ready to help provide you with a comfortable, secure retirement.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Just don't do it. Just don't go another day climbing in and out of that unsafe, ugly bathtub. Today's the day to step into a gorgeous new shower from PJ Fitzpatrick. The jacuzzi shower system from PJ Fitzpatrick features a low entry threshold. Just walk right in. The jacuzzi shower is luxurious, affordable, and it installs in just 1 day. Plus, PJ will include a free shower seat and safety bars for all customers this month. Visit trustpj.com today for your free design consultation.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Tina from Chicago asks, I have a traditional IRA with about $260,000 that's invested very conservatively. My husband and I are comfortable with our other funds for retirement, so we're thinking of using the traditional IRA as an inheritance for my kids. Is it possible to convert my IRA to a Roth IRA? If so, should I do the conversion and invest more aggressively? Tina, if you have the funds outside of the IRA account to pay the taxes due on the conversion, then I'm on board with this. And yes, since it's for the kids, feel free to invest more aggressively.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, we offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Grime moves. What happens in cities is the grime is like a floating turd in a rainstorm. It keeps moving. When I first moved back here, the grime was down a strip. Honestly, a grime, man. Gnarly, nasty, grimy, smarmy, gross clubs. Just saying. Shootings, stabbings, drug stuff, arrests, fights. Been down a strip lately? None of it. In fact, the last club that had any kind of inkling of grime just got kicked. Rent's too high. Why is that? What happened to the strip? The business owners and the police said enough, and they moved them the blank out. Grime moves, man. Grime and crime shift. When I moved back here from Dallas, 20 years ago, I was single. I lived on Mount Washington, 1,000 Grandview, swinging bachelor pad. 1,000 Grandview is the one that's on the side of the mountain. It's insanely beautiful. Who cares? I would take my Corvette. I'm flexing. And I would go to the strip. Patrick's laughing. I would go down the strip 2-3 nights a week. And I'm telling you, if I'm lying, I'm dying. The strip was grimy. So I would end up on the south side in one of, well, Patrick is a food snob. My man, at one time, the south side, 10 top-notch, 5-star restaurants, right?
We had amazing restaurants on the south side. Amazing. We had a world-class French restaurant.
We did, man. Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Dish is still over there, isn't
yes,
it?
they reopened, yeah.
Okay. But right now, you don't go there.
No.
Ever for dinner.
Rarely.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Can you name a place outside of Dish?
No, not anymore.
Same.
Mm-mm.
What happened? It got grimy. What happened? They opened up these clubs. What happened? They let the grime. Underage drinkers, punks, morons, idiots. The grime crept in. I'm serious. When I was here, when I first came back 20 years ago, it was the best place to take your family for a high-end meal. What's the sushi place that just closed?
Nakama.
That place was rocking.
That place was amazing.
You couldn't get in.
Long time.
All the rich guys, all the hot girls, all the jocks lined up to go there. Gone. Kind of a microcosm of what happened. The grime came in. Like that floating turd, it stopped in the South Side. It did. And until someone leads this revolution, and that's what it'll take, it won't change. It won't. So they can shift traffic and snag teens and ask for their ID, but until they commit to this long term, the grime will remain. Until they shut down the grime clubs that let teens drink, right? And let the punks operate. Until they arrest all the punks and take them out of there with their guns and drugs and boozed up girlfriends, the grime will stay. And this idiotic survey that says you're going to have to pay makes me sick. So I'm going to have to pay because you screwed this up. You know what? Patrick sent me a note, and he's spot on. Lawrenceville was grimy, man. Hookers, heroin, grimy, man. Grimy. Not no more. Not no more. In fact, Lawrenceville's snobby now. It's chic now. It's high class now, high end. Ain't no grime. Why? Because the leaders said to hell with the grimy bars and the hookers and the heroin dealers. Until that happens on the South Side, until there's leadership to get that done, until they shut down those damn grimy bars, it's going to stay grimy. And families are going to stay the blank away. And folks like Patrick and my family and your family. And ain't no survey going to fix that. And asking a business owner who's been getting his ass kicked in his register because of this grime to write another check is insulting and demeaning and ignorant by definition.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
You know I love Diamonds Direct. I just bought Chloe, my daughter, this gorgeous necklace for high school graduation there. And right now they got this summer designer showcase. Right now, limited time, designer jewelry, extra 20% off. Almost everything in the store. 25th of July through 27th. But the deals are now. 20% off July 21st through 27th. Designer event, the 25th to 27th. This right now is the countdown. So discounts right now. Diamonds Direct. Wonderful, wonderful place.
UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute is advancing research to improve patient outcomes.
Cardiovascular disease is a complex disease. We are looking at the disease from a molecular, cellular, and genetic level so that we have better outcomes with our patients.
UPMC is the only heart and vascular clinical research program affiliated with the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine.
We are discovering the medicine of the future.
Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
SchultzFord.com.
SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
72. Skies are overcast at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A teen was wounded early this morning in Turtle Creek. Allegheny County Police say 911 was notified. A 14-year-old boy was driven to a hospital by friends around 2:30 a.m. The teen had a gunshot wound to the shoulder. Also, University of Pittsburgh police have issued an off-campus crime alert about a burglary earlier this morning in the Panther Hollow area. It happened around 3:45 a.m. at a home in the 10 block of Boundary Street. A man reportedly entered through the front door and left 5 minutes later. Residents told officers nothing appears stolen and said the man had braided hair, tattoos on his face, and was wearing a polo shirt. Anyone with information should call either University or Pittsburgh police. Southside business owners have launched a survey on crime and neighborhood image. News Radio KDKA. KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
John DeMauro, Southside resident and owner of the Urban Tap, is part of a group of 20 Southside property owners who meet regularly to discuss the neighborhood.
You know, we really want to see if other business owners are interested in trying to find a solution, independently. We don't want to wait. It's great when someone is willing to help or, the city's willing to help. But, we want to find individuals that are like-minded and work on a solution to some of the issues down here.
The online survey asked residents to rank everything from trash cleanup and street sweeping to public safety and the owner's top priorities over the next 5 years. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
In a late-night session in the U.S. House.
On this vote, the yeas are 216. The nays are 213. The resolution is adopted.
Lawmakers approved President Donald Trump's request to claw back $8 billion in funding to the U.S. Agency for International Development and $1 billion to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting for the remainder of the fiscal year. Republicans wanted to cut off the flow of taxpayer dollars to agencies with initiatives and programmings their constituents disagree with. The bill now awaits the president's signature. Also, last night, President Trump ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi to seek the release of grand jury testimony related to Jeffrey Epstein. The Trump administration is being pressured to disclose more details on the late sex offender. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 182 points at 44,302. The Nasdaq is down 28 points, and the S&P down 6. KDKA Sports at the Open Championship. American Brian Harmon and China's Haotong Li are tied for the second-round lead at 8 under. The Pirates and White Sox open a 3-game series tonight at PNC Park with Bailey Falter starting for the Bucks. And stalled contract talks with the Steelers' top defensive player came to an end on Thursday. With that story, News Radio KDKA's Paul Alexander.
The Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt has become the highest-paid non-quarterback in the National Football League by signing a 3-year, $123 million contract extension. $108 million of that is guaranteed. His average salary of $41 million per season is the highest non-quarterback salary of any in the NFL. It is also $1 million more per year than Cleveland's Myles Garrett. It appears that the Steelers are all in for the upcoming season. Paul Alexander, News Radio, KDKA.
The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Thinking about retiring but worried about high health insurance costs? Call One Health Benefits today, 724-799-8873. Skies are overcast at 72 now. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information. Free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is construction zone lane restrictions are causing our biggest backup that we have right now, and it's an outbound or heading away from the city kind of backup. Of course, the single lane traffic pattern through the Squirrel Hill tunnels out toward that Commercial Street Bridge project bedevils motorists every weekday, and that's the case right now. You're stacking up before that Bates Street on-ramp as you head for the Squirrel Hill tunnel, so about a mile and a half of delays there. The inbound ride on the Parkway East, not bad, just a little bit slow before the tunnels. Parkway West is heavy on the front side of Green Tree Hill. A reminder for your weekend. Speaking of the Parkway East, this is the city side. You'll have bridge inspection activities with a single lane on I-376 in each direction between the Boulevard of the Allies and the 2nd Avenue exits. This will happen tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. until about noon. Just on Saturday only, all ramps will remain open while crews do their work. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will stay rather cloudy, but it's not going to be as humid. We'll have a high of 78 with a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Low 69, partly to mostly cloudy tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
On Thursday morning, the White House warned the nation of a looming energy crisis as demand for AI technology increases. 3 projects announced at the Energy and Innovation Summit will respond to America's growing need for electricity. First, Westinghouse plans to build 10 of its large AP1000 nuclear reactors around the U.S. The economic impact in southwestern PA is projected to be $6 billion and 15,000 jobs. Next, a redevelopment group plans to buy $15 billion of natural gas from EQT to fuel the largest plant of its type in Homer City. Finally, the Frontier Group plans to spend over $3 billion to convert a coal-fired power plant in Shippingport to a natural gas-powered plant. 3 huge wins for the region. Another summit success was Governor Josh Shapiro's participation in a panel discussion with Senator Dave McCormick along with Senator John Fetterman's support for the event. Tuesday was a major turning point for our region toward a bright economic future.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Gotta do this. I know oftentimes we sound a bit redundant about South Side and downtown, but these are the 2 bigger issues facing this city. Until they're fixed, the city's going to be in the crapper. It's just bad. It ain't working. We're going to play 2 pieces. They're going to kind of underline this, and then we're going to talk to my boy, Mad Max. This happened, again, Gainey was on here with Larry this week saying that I exaggerate the situation downtown. Okay. This is yesterday downtown. Listen to this madness. Listen.
6th Ave at Liberty. We're getting reports that a male was just punched and is now knocked out at the intersection. The actor did flee and just assaulted someone else. He's currently on foot. It's a black male, black canvas backpack, brown shirt, black trousers. He either made a left onto 7th from Liberty.
18, copy.
18, your patient's a white male around the age of 70. He is now awake, alert, and bleeding.
Copy.
18, update. Your actor is now at 7th and Liberty. He's still hitting high standards. There is one victim laying in the street.
Wow.
Copy.
Any other town units that can back Mike 18?
Delta 45, I'll start that way.
Copy.
Mike 17, pull me from my parking place on the area of that fight.
Copy.
Medic stage, I see him pulling the area.
They should be staging. They're now stating that the actor's walking down Wood Street by Harrison Theater. He's now fighting with another person.
I'm seeing that with the actor.
It's unbelievable.
If I have a downtown unit that can start to 6th and Liberty, make contact with that actor there. He should be laying in the street bleeding.
I get, it's so disheartening, man. This is downtown, man. Think if your wife's down there, your kids, I mean, you're there for dinner. This guy went berserk, and this is daily now, man. I got to grab my boy Max, because he's got a bunch of things he's into now, but, hey, Max. This is bizarre, man. It's just insane. It's like day after day. It's this Thunderdome thing, man. It's unbelievable what's happening down there, right?
That audio you just played was shocking. I had no idea that occurred yesterday.
Okay, well, hold on, Max.
Go ahead.
Play the second clip, Ryan. I want Max to hear this because Max is really familiar with this one.
For 2 Marketplace, I have a homeless male there throwing items, cursing. It's going to be a black male about 45. He's carrying a speaker.
Mike 25.
Mike 25.
Yeah, I'm going to be out with Brian Clay outside of the Pittsburgh parking court. Delta 45, I'll back. You should be getting out. Delta 82.
Okay, is that the gentleman from Permanis?
Affirmative.
You heard Max laugh. It's laughable, but it's sickening at the same time, isn't it, brother?
It is. Oh, man, I tell you. You know, I made a little mockumentary video of, the Dos Equis commercials, the most interesting man in the world. I did one for Brian Clay, the most arrested man in Allegheny County.
Well, that's his 245th. 245 arrests, brother. One guy.
That's, insane.
And my sources tell me they sent him to Western Psych and they kicked him. He didn't need help. He's back in the jail, $2,000 straight bond.
He just needs to be put into a program, and he needs to be made to go through it. We can't just keep putting this guy back out on the street. He has to. He's obviously. I mean, you and I both know he's got a drinking problem. Yep. He needs to be made to go through whatever type of program they can put him through, and he needs to be made to complete it. And that's it. And he doesn't get out until he does. It's this revolving door of arresting this guy, letting him go back out, and then he does this stuff again and gets arrested. It needs to stop.
But it isn't, brother.
It's not, because nobody has the spine to do what needs to be done to fix it.
245
until we get
arrests.
Different leadership. I'm sorry?
245 arrests, Max.
Yeah. Yeah. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
It's just.
And obviously what we're doing isn't working, so people need to put their heads together. And like you said, people need to start getting fired if things don't turn around.
So this time he was in Starbucks in Market Square throwing things at people. Yep. 30 minutes throwing stuff at people.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Unreal.
Wow. 245 arrests. Wow. Throwing cans of soup at people. Campbell's soup.
And where did he get the soup from?
Who the hell knows?
Probably stole it from CVS.
And then the other guy is homeless. He's walking around knocking people out that are bleeding on the ground, including a 70-year-old man.
Yeah, that's not good. You know, a head injury for somebody that old, that could be a life-threatening injury. Again, not a good situation, Marty. And again, you know, he needs to be taken off the street because it's putting good people in a bad situation and putting people in danger.
Thunderdome. So Max, can you hang for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
This all ties into the same thing that's happening on the trails with the garbage and the drugs and the defecation and urination and sex openly in public and drug sales in public and Max's efforts to get something done. You're going to love hearing this right next. You got to hang for this, folks. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we are getting reports of an accident. This is in the delays as you head outbound on the Parkway East toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Right now, those delays greet you right around that on-ramp that comes up from Bates Street and 2nd Avenue. And then you're in that bend around toward the Squirrel Hill tunnel. So about a mile and a half of backups getting through that construction zone lane restriction. We'll certainly check into those reports about the accident and bring you more details as we have them here. Inbound on the Parkway East, you have just a minor delay as you approach the Squirrel Hill tunnel, so not too tough of a ride in that area. Parkway West inbound is playing the fluctuating traffic delay game. Right now, you're getting in line right around the on-ramp from the Parkway Center Mall area into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Outbound toward the airport is a good ride for you. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to Colin Dunlap on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The heat is on, and so are the great savings for the month of July at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank NTC?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. All natural pork baby back ribs are $2.99 a pound. Red or green seedless grapes, $1.88 a pound. And selected varieties of Gold Peak Simply Tea or Simply Aids, 2 for $4. Additional savings in our meat department. USDA Choice Boneless Top Sirloin Steaks, $9.99 a pound. And Jonah Snap and Eat Crab Claws, $9.99 a pound. In the produce department, gourmet quality red, yellow, or orange peppers, $2.49 a pound. Sweet Northwest cherries are $1.99 a pound. In the deli department, butterball turkey breast, $7.99 a pound. And fresh kale brie salad is $7.99 a pound. And this week, selected varieties of Powerade drinks, 28-ounce bottles, 5 for $5.
So get in on all the incredible savings underway right now at Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition. Coons Market, a special place in your neighborhood.
Hi, it's Steve Mann. Have you heard the commercials for the Mark Patrick Stop Smoking seminars? And they said only $49.99 and it could work for you. So I thought, that's not even a week's worth of smoking. So I went. And guess what? It did work for me. You know, my friends and family are still amazed. I quit smoking. I didn't have cravings, anxiety, or weight gain. Listen, I don't know how it works, but I know it works because I'm living proof, and it's 100% guaranteed. So what do you got to lose? I'll tell you what you got to lose. A very bad habit.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, or weight gain. Early bird special, only $49.99. Don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all, or your money back. Seminar 8 p.m. on Wednesday, July 23rd at the Hilton Garden Inn, Cranberry in Cranberry Township, or 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 24th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh, West and Greentree. Registration 30 minutes before seminar. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com. That's markpatrickseminars.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2523. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2523. That's 800-575-2523.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Punchki. Punchki, you're back. I love this. Oakmont Bakery, 15 mouth-watering punchki flavors. Wow. Coming up here in the next week, Oakmont Bakery starts out with a massive Oakmont street sale. Love that. Saturday, July 26th. Check it out. The punchki are back. Farkleberry cookies, cinnamon New Year's pretzels. Back for one weekend, 25th and 26th. The punchki, the return of the punchki. Oakmont Bakery.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series presented by University of Pittsburgh announces its 25-26 season at Heinz Hall. 7 events will broaden your perspective and deepen your understanding of the world around you. Featuring Dr. Anthony Fauci, Malcolm Gladwell, historian Doris Kearns-Goodwin, former Russian political prisoner Vladimir Kara-Murza, and geopolitical economist Pippa Malmgren. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
As we grow older, we all need a little more help. That's why the elder law firm of Julian Gray Associates has a full-time social worker on staff to help you with challenges that lie ahead. To arrange a no-obligation consultation, please visit grayelderlaw.com and grow old with us.
Fire doesn't wait, and neither should you. When disaster strikes, call Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh. Fire damage? Demand the yellow van.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Get Marty, brought to you by UPMC, life-changing medicine.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
6th Ave at Liberty. We're getting reports that a male was just punched and is now knocked out at the intersection. The actor did flee and just assaulted someone else. He's currently on foot. It's a black male, black canvas. He either made a left onto 7th from Liberty.
18, copy.
18, your patient's a white male around the age of 70. He is now awake, alert, and bleeding.
Copy.
18, update. Your actor is now at 7th and Liberty. He's still hitting bystanders. There is one victim laying in the street.
Copy.
Any other town units that can back Mike 18?
Delta 45, I'll start that way.
Copy.
Mike 17, pull me from my parking place on the area of that fight.
Copy.
Medic stage, I see him pulling the area.
They should be staging. They're now stating that the actor's walking down Wood Street by Harrison Theater. He's now fighting with another person.
Unbelievable.
I'm seeing that with the actor.
Copy. If I have a downtown unit that can start to 6th and Liberty, make contact with that actor there. He should be laying in the street bleeding.
Wow. It's mayhem. That's Thunderdome, man. That's downtown Pittsburgh. And all this is tied in with this whole network of crime and crime downtown that spills over into these trails, which is why I love Max, because he's an advocate. Max ain't just a pretty face. My man got out there on his hands and knees cleaning up this madness. Did you not, Max? These campsites and disgusting, vile mounds of syringes, right?
That's right. Yeah, me and about 13 other volunteers cleaned up the West End Circle. We filled up about 75 contractor bags full of garbage, trash, syringes, thousands of syringes, Marty. Wow. Discarded tents, soiled clothing, tons of Narcan, just not even used, just caked in the mud. And yeah, it was a mess. There were probably 3 or 4 people still living in that encampment. A lot of the other people, either who knows where they went, but they abandoned their stuff. And we had the blessing of the people that were remaining who were there homeless, and they were actually helping drag some of the bags to the dumpster to throw away. So they welcomed the help.
So long term, though, brother, you said, to hell with this. I want some action taken by the Department of Public Works and Department of Public Safety and the Department of Environmental Protection. Did you not, sir? You filed complaints back in February, did you not?
I did. So 2 notable camps. One was abandoned over by the Liberty Bridge, over by the T, and the other one on the 10th Street Bridge in Southside. Basically what I refer to as illegal garbage dumps, because that's what they are. They're essentially landfills.
That's right.
And, I mean, just tons of trash, very unsightly. not safe. And then along the river, underneath the 10th Street Bridge, a lot of the trash is right on the water line. So when the water comes up, a lot of that stuff is going to wash into the river and then go downstream. So I filed a complaint with the DEP back in February, and didn't hear anything until yesterday. The guy reached back out and he says, "Hey, sorry it took so long, but here's where we're at." And he said basically not much progress has been made because the city, the Department of Safety, Public Safety, is saying that they can't do anything until these people are rehoused or relocated, which is just garbage because, like I said to the DEP guy, me and 13 other volunteers went into an encampment without mechanized equipment, and we were able to clean around these people and make their living environment a much more hospitable place than living in a garbage dump. And there's no reason why, A, it has to be allowed to get to that point before action is taken. I don't know why, if they're giving out tents, they can't be having somebody else go out and say, "Hey, we know you're kind of setting up this tent here. Here's a garbage can. Here's some garbage bags. We'll have somebody come by and
Max,
empty your trash."
On. Why the hell would they move? They give them free tents. They get free food. They get free syringes. And then the drug dealers pop in so they can get high.
Right. I'm not asking anybody to move. What I'm saying is, if they're going to allow this to happen, it needs to be managed in a better way. They need to be putting out trash receptacles, sharps containers. They know where these people are. There's advocates that visit these encampments all the time. And like I said before, they walk on in or around all these syringes, and nobody does anything about it. They're just like, "Oh, okay, I guess this is how it is." And, that was unacceptable to me and 13 other people who went in and cleaned that encampment up.
They're hypocrites. So, Max, they're hypocrites.
And then the other thing is, you go in there and people are yelling at you, "Oh, you're throwing away people's personal belongings." Nothing we threw away was personal heirlooms or people's personal effects or papers. It was all, Marty, a lot of it was just disgusting stuff that we threw away. So
once again, the bureaucrats tell you to buzz off. We can't help you. Right?
Yeah. Can't do anything. Fourth Amendment, illegal search and seizure. And again, that's just a cop-out. Because like I said, none of this stuff that was thrown away anybody wants. Lots of abandoned tents, lots of trash, lots of food waste, human feces, needles, drug paraphernalia.
One of my big shots, this is a true story, he had Saudi executives because they're investing in this region.
Mm-hmm.
He was driving them around. This is a true story. He said flat out, "This is why I didn't take my guests to the city." Right? He just texted me. Hell no.
And the other thing is,
gentlemen, cover your eyes. Don't look to your left. That's the city of Pittsburgh. Oh.
A lot of these areas right now are being covered up by all the greenery. And once the fall comes around and the leaves drop, you're going to see a lot more exposure of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes, has been hidden by all the greenery. So it's still there. You just don't see it as much.
It is. Mad Max, you're the best, brother. Thanks for caring, man.
You got it, brother.
He's amazing. He's an amazing man.
This summer, take the road less ordinary in a truck that's anything but ordinary. A new Chevy Silverado 1500 from Bowser Chevrolet. Right now at Bowser Chevrolet, get 0% for 36 months on the 2025 Silverado 1500 LT 2FL with savings over $11,000 off MSRP. With best-in-class towing, advanced tech, and rugged style, it's more than a truck. It's your summer sidekick. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
The legacy continues with a special rock celebration live. A trip to their massive hits and fan favorites. 3 decades. Over 22 million albums sold. One night only. Friday, July 25th. The Event Center at Rivers Casino. Live. Tickets on sale now at riverscasino.com. Don't miss Live.
Here's a few questions for you from California Psychics. Do your workdays seem to go on forever? Is your career progression as fast as downtown traffic? Or does your boss still not know your name?
Hey, you, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
It's time to read the career warning signs and talk to California Psychics. We're always on hand to give you the career guidance you need. You see, we only connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. So you could soon be telling your boss where to stick that report.
Where are you going, Terry? Terry!
Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 72 with overcast skies at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, the Comptroller's Office has released a new report on the status of water fountains in the city of Pittsburgh. Inspectors went to 28 fountains in June and found 43% were turned off. When the issue of problems with the city's water fountains came up last year, the mayor's office reassured residents that a team of 3 plumbers could complete needed repairs. But this year's inspection included all 20 fountains that were checked out last year, plus 8 new fountains, and only half of them were operational. Enforcement starts this weekend for the new red bus lanes downtown. So far, Port Authority police have been giving drivers warnings since the lanes for buses and emergency vehicles were installed last month. But drivers using or parking in the red lanes will be ticketed starting on Sunday. It's a $25 violation, and with fees, the full cost is nearly $200. Students attending Penn West and other state-run schools will be paying more in the fall, but the tuition hike may be temporary. News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado has that.
The $139 tuition increase for the fall comes with the condition that if the final state budget provides the state system of higher education with the $40 million in funding it sought, then it would rebate the fall tuition and roll back the hike for the spring. State Senator Camera Bartolotto says tuition is already too high for in-state students.
We need to do a better job of teaching the kids in our state with our own schools.
She says they still haven't looked at the education part of the budget yet, saying the plan that was sent over by the House this week amounted to just an appropriations bill, since it didn't include how to pay for any of it. David Bolorado, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 145 points at 44,341. The Nasdaq up 7 points, and the S&P is up 2 points. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:32. Our next update at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
PA's #1 volume Kia dealer steps it up with great July deals that are for the people. 25 Kia Sportage LX or 25 Kia Seltos LX. Take your pick. Shorkey Kia has them for just $199 per month for 24 months with $29.99 due at signing. All with 2 years of prepaid maintenance, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Locations in North Huntingdon and Wexford. ShorkeyKia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
Folds of Honor has been meeting Sacrifice with Hope since 2019 in Western Pennsylvania. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are rewarded to minorities, making recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal as well as a 4 out of 4 stars ranking on Charity Navigator. You can become a Folds of Honor wingman today at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey Pirates fans, Yinzer Palooza Weekend, presented by Mrs. T's, is back. And it's time to bring that 412 energy to PNC Park. Join us July 18th to the 20th as the Buccos take on the White Sox for a weekend full of Pittsburgh pride. The celebration kicks off Friday night with a post-game Zambelli fireworks show. On Saturday, we honor Pittsburgh's own Mac Miller. And Sunday wraps up the weekend with a special giveaway. Every kid in attendance will take home a Jalapeno Hannah plush. Grab your tickets now at pirates.com/YinzerPalooza.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
All right, what's up, Marty? Is we have an accident on the outbound Parkway East. This is on the city side as you try to make your way through the already congested stretch of Parkway as you approach the construction zone at the Squirrel Hill tunnels. And so because of that, traffic is heavier than it would normally be. Getting through that single lane of traffic, you are backing out between the Forbes Avenue off-ramp and the Bates Street on-ramp as you make your way to the Squirrel Hill tunnels and that single lane. So better than a mile and a half of delays there, unfortunately. Inbound on the Parkway East, you have slowdowns at Edgewood Swissvale. 28 southbound is heavy right now. You have stop and go traffic between the 31st Street Bridge and the off-ramp for East Ohio Street. Parkway West inbound just a bit slow at times down the front side of Green Tree Hill. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy for this afternoon. It's not going to be as humid, but we'll have a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots, high 78, some clouds, and a low of 69 tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
If you're turning 65 this year, review your Medicare Part C options now. You need to know the difference between Advantage plans versus supplement plans. Contact locally owned and operated Need Part C today for a free consultation. That's Need Part C. Beat the annual enrollment rush. NeedPartC.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
We have made it. Friday. Oh, yeah. It's a big Friday. Here's why. I'm on vacation next week. Friday, 2 to 6. I'm here today. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
I want to tell you a good story. Think about growing up here, loving baseball, being a great baseball pitcher, with the dream of playing Major League Baseball, and that's crazy enough. But then you're sitting there with their family on draft night. And by the way, none of this happens without my boy Matt Cavanaugh, who I love, who had the great restaurant Mateo's, and now he works at Market District. I love Matt, one of my boys. And he's so damn proud of his nephew. And literally, when the kid got drafted, Matt sent me a note that said he was sitting there crying, which is actually adorable. His nephew is on the phone. Hi, Dylan. How are you?
I'm good, Marty. How are you?
My man. How about your uncle crying? Kind of cool.
Uncle Matt's yeah.
Hey, tell our folks your background, like where you played in high school and then college. I kind of didn't tell people what happened on draft day, but then we'll tell them what happened, which is so cool. Please tell them.
Yeah. So I went to Montour High School from 2018 to 2022, and then went to California University of Pennsylvania, which is now Penn West California, my freshman year, and then transferred to Liberty my sophomore year, and then just played there recently my junior year, and then got drafted this year.
Drum roll, please. Dylan Matheson. Dylan, who drafted you?
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
You're killing me. Come on. Come on.
I know. It's
Come on, man. That's a dream.
It really is, yeah.
Man. So who was with you when you got drafted by the Pirates, and how that happened? They call you? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I'll explain it all. So just a bunch of friends and family at a local restaurant, JD's. And so the whole day, we were kind of just waiting around for the call because, I was expected to go that day. And, the 12th and 13th round came along, and I was getting a little antsy,
Sure.
just waiting for my name. But, just trying to stay patient, but, you really can't.
No.
So my advisor's supposed to call me and, let me know, the deal, who's taking me, a couple picks before. But, we're looking at our phones, and then, the Pirates are up in the 13th round. I'm talking to my friends, and I look down at my phone, and I saw my name, and I'm like, wait, I just got drafted by the Pirates.
No!
I didn't get a call. So it was a complete surprise. And, after the fact, my advisor texted me, and he's like, hey, man, I was trying to call you, and it went to voicemail. I just figured you were, on the phone with a scout, but I figured you wouldn't mind going to the Pirates. And I was like, of course not. So it was a complete surprise, and, everyone found out at the same time, and it was honestly better that way.
Wow. It's kind of bizarre, right?
Yeah. No, it was crazy turn of events.
Hey, Matt, your Uncle Matt was freaking out. Was he in the room?
Oh, yeah, he was there. Yeah, he had tears running down his face.
Didn't they am I wrong? Did they not travel, to Paris or something to see you play?
No, I never played out there.
All right, so what happens now?
So right now, next week I'm going to sign at PNC on Thursday.
Woo!
And then...
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go down to Bradenton on Friday, down to their complex league, do my rehab there.
What's that mean, rehab? You injured?
Oh, I got Tommy John 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, doing rehab now.
Wow, so you start rehab, so it'll be a year before you pitch.
Yeah, it'll be about another year before I can start throwing for him in game.
And most of those guys that have that surgery recover astoundingly well, right?
Yeah, very well. Everyone really knows how to do it, so there's really no worry there.
Hey, help me with something. How weird is it that you're going to be on the same team as Skeens? Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't expect that.
Come on.
Going into the draft. As a Pirates fan, hopefully he's still there by the time I get up.
Man. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I'm not. I do not.
You're going to have to scout for a Livy Dunn lookalike maybe to compete. You know what I'm saying?
I might have to. That's hilarious.
Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I love this vibe. So you'll rehab in Bradenton? How's that work, man? How long will you be there? What happens next?
Yeah, so I'll go down there, just do rehab with the team at their facilities for, the next 12 to 14 months.
Wow.
Make a couple starts in the complex, and then hopefully get promoted to low A. And I'm pretty sure that's also still down in Bradenton. So it's kind of a nice adjustment.
The American dream, son. And then on top of that, you get your hometown team. And you'll have 2 years to meet someone looking like Livy Dunn so you can strut into the pirate complex. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Dylan, it's a great, great thing, man. And I'm very proud and very happy for you. Congratulations, young man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's actually a wonderful story. Can you imagine growing up here, going to high school here, and you're sitting there with your family and you get drafted by the Pirates? By the way, the Tommy John stuff, it's kind of common, and it takes 12 to 14 months to recover, and he'll be in Bradenton, which is crazy in its own way. I absolutely love that story. Good luck to that young man. That's a hell of a thing. Very cool. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
We have very slow traffic on the Parkway East outbound right now, Marty. Unfortunately, because of some earlier accidents, the travel on 376 heading toward the Squirrel Hill tunnels and the already tight squeeze through the construction zone lane restrictions out toward the Commercial Street Bridge. Boy, it's just really piling on here. The eastbound or outbound delays greet you between the Forbes Avenue off-ramp and the Bates Street on-ramp as you try to make your way in that direction. Coming inbound from the eastern suburbs on 376, you're slow right around Edgewood, Swissvale. 28 southbound, a little bit heavier. You're finding some stop and go at times between the 40th and 31st Street bridges as you make your way down to the off-ramp for East Ohio Street. That's exit 2B. A reminder, that is your part of the posted detour for the ramp that is now closed to 579 south, so leave extra time there. Parkway West inbound backs right around the Big Bend on the front side of Green Tree Hill. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
So, I mentioned this on the air. This wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman that's taking care of our kids when we aren't home from the time they were babies, so 20 years. Elvira. She had an accident yesterday and her car got rear-ended. Unbelievably upset. It's a Bowser car. It's a Subaru. This is a fact. Within an hour, think about this. After the accident, they were on the phone. How can we help you? How can we get the car to our garage? How can we get a rental car to her? How can we make sure that she's okay? How can we make sure that she has a car to drive? How can we make sure that she's happy and you're happy? Let's do this. Less than an hour. And by this morning, it was lined up with the Bowser folks, the insurance companies, the rental car, the repair situation. That's what Bowser's about, man. That's why I love Bowser. That's why we are part of the Bowser family and always will be.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight. Early bird special only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. Also stop smoking with Mark Patrick. No matter how many times you tried to quit, this hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Seminars Wednesday, July 23rd at the Hilton Garden Inn in Cranberry Township and Thursday, July 24th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh and Green Tree. Weight loss seminar 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Independence Health System named Dr. Mary Elizabeth Kovacic-Eicher as Associate Chief Medical Officer with a primary responsibility for the former Excella Health Hospitals in Westmoreland County. Kovacic-Eicher reports to Dr. Michael Fiorina, who took over as the health system's Chief Medical Officer last month from longtime leader Dr. Carol Fox. She's a clinician and physician leader as Director of Neurosciences for Independence Health, President-elect of the Medical Executive Committee, and a Credentialing Committee's chair. Also, RIDC now has some skin in the game at Neighborhood 91. The Regional Industrial Development Corporation of Southwestern Pennsylvania has taken a significant financial step in its bid to take over the Neighborhood 91 project at Pittsburgh International Airport, closing on buying the first building at the master plan from the Buncher Company as it works to flesh out the larger vision for the 195-acre master plan site of the Allegheny County Airport Authority. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This water fountain report's a trip. I got my boy Sheehan calling in. Love Andy. This was Sheehan's baby. He broke this story. Was it 2 years ago? None of the fountains worked last year. None of the fountains worked. They had one. And the reason why it hits home is because it kind of defines where we're at as a city when you can't fix water fountains. And they had one plumber. Remember this whole thing? Danny's backpedaling and storytelling. And they had one plumber, and they had 200 fountains, and none of them work. And so then Sheehan does a follow-up, and all these heat records. So then the city does a follow-up. Jake Pollock, May 2025. We have 3 plumbers on staff, plus an apprentice. Okay. Just saying. And they promised to have them all ready by May. May. What is this? We're pushing August. So Rachel Heisler, who I'm a fan of, she's very actuarial, matter-of-fact-ish. They do an audit of the fountains, which seems mundane and kind of a bit boring and silly in the big picture. However, it's a microcosm of what the hell's wrong with this city and bureaucracies. So they visited fountains all over the city. This is ignorant. Of the fountains tested, 57% were operational. Huh? Come on, man. Come on, man. 43% are still broke. All 20 water fountains inspected in 24 were tested again this year. 2 fountains that were off last year were turned on this year. Ooh. Oh. Fewer fountains that they tested last year are operational this year. Huh? Oh, man. It is so much like Mayberry. Andy, see my bullet? Oh, my goodness. Of the 20 water fountains inspected in 2024, 2 fountains are off last year were turned off this year, while 3 fountains that were on last year were not working this year. Yay! Oh, my God. Of the 20 re-examined water fountains, 12 are operational and 8 are broken, a decline from last year. Wow. Someone should get a raise. That's amazing. Oh, my gosh. In addition to 20 water fountains tested last year, Inspectors reviewed 8 new fountains in 5 different neighborhoods. Remember, these are new fountains. 4 were operational, 4 are off. How the hell's that happen? Huh? I want to be in on these meetings. How about them new fountains there, Chief? Huh? The new fountains. Where? The new fountains. What? It's just extraordinary. It's just unbearable to me to think that these people can't fix fountains. And the city just kind of, I don't know. That stuff ain't easy to fix. Now I'm going into my southern accent. I don't know. Riddle me this. How? I got to ask Cohen. Cohen, my man Cohen who listens, he'd fire everybody. So would I. Come on, man. So we have full-time plumbers now, 3 of them. And we have 8 new fountains, right? Am I missing that? That accurate? Yes. And the new fountains don't even work. Oh. I find it to be beautiful. It's just beautiful. And so incompetent. It's Mayberry RFD. It's Mayberry RFD. I don't think that they have any semblance of a clue. It can't be that hard to fix a damn water fountain that's new. It's new. Got a new car today, doesn't turn on. Bought a new boat today, engine doesn't work. Oh, got a new television set, can't see the picture. Oh. They hired all these plumbers, and what are they making? Were they making like $60 an hour, something like that? All these plumbers, and they installed 8 new fountains, and 4 of the 8 new fountains don't work. Wow. We're going to check in with the Fountain King. That would be Andy Sheehan. I find this to be amazing. He did a piece a couple of months ago. I think we had him on. They said all the fountains were going to be gone. What did they say, Patrick, in the piece? By May, right?
End of May.
End of May.
That was from Jake Pollock.
They ain't. Jens ain't got them fountains working. Andy Sheehan, KDKA TV, the Fountain King, next live. Hey, folks, Marty here. We need work done in your home, the biggest investment in your life. Who can you trust to deliver both quality and value? Come on. Call the cousins, Sam, Steve, and Calvin, the 3 cousins of C&S Cousins Construction. Experts, top of your house to decking and siding. Their expert technicians will treat you like family. If you're looking for a total replacement or even a small repair, call the cousins at C&S Cousins Construction. 989-COUSINS, a local company you can trust. 989-COUSINS, the best.
Honored to win the Marconi Award as the best news talk station in the country. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
If you are new to Medicare and have questions, Aetna can help. Aetna has a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plan includes benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-3415 to learn more. A licensed agent will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
At PJ Fitzpatrick, you don't have to pick between affordability and quality. You can get American-made windows that are beautiful, affordable, and energy efficient. PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. Plus, they provide peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor for your new windows. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for a free design consultation. That's trustpj.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify. SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 72. Light rain is falling at Pittsburgh International at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix returns to Shenley Park this weekend, and News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the story.
Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix CEO Dan Del Bianco says this weekend's festivities are like a Mardi Gras of motorsports.
We've got a hill climb from Phipps, and we're doing the Shenley Oval. So we've got two tracks going on at the exact same time, both days. And so you can go between the two tracks and watch the race.
Del Bianco says there's something to do for everyone.
Not only is it racing all day, both tracks, but we still have 100 tents and 3,000 cars parked on the Bob O'Connor Golf Course.
The vintage races start at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The Controller's Office has released a new report on the status of water fountains in the city of Pittsburgh. Inspectors went to 28 fountains in June and found 43% were turned off. When the issue of problems with the city's water fountains came up last year, the mayor's office reassured residents that a team of 3 plumbers could complete needed repairs. But this year's inspected included all 20 fountains that were checked out last year, plus 8 new fountains, and only half of those were operational. The White House says President Donald Trump has had a checkup for mild swelling in his lower legs. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says tests showed Mr. Trump has chronic venous insufficiency. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
They said they did an echocardiogram and that was normal. They tested the kidney function. So I think, this condition, chronic venous insufficiency, is very common. It happens in people who are older.
Leavitt also addressed bruising on President Trump's hand, saying it's consistent with irritation from frequent handshaking and taking aspirin. The city of Pittsburgh is expanding its deer culling program to more parks. Last year, almost 200 deer were culled, but the officials say the herd remains uncontrolled. So this year, 4 parks are being added: Hayes Woods, Hazelwood Greenway, Southside Park, and Beachview Seldom Seen Greenway. The city is looking for 65 more archers and is taking applications until Sunday. A Beaver Falls woman is accused of stealing thousands of dollars in scratch-off lottery tickets from a convenience store. The Westmoreland County District Attorney's Office says 29-year-old Susan Decker stole nearly $5,000 worth of scratch-off ticket books from the store where she worked in Mount Pleasantboro. The DA's office also says security video shows Decker taking the books, activating them, but never putting them up for sale. She reportedly told police she did it in an attempt to win money to help support her boyfriend. Decker is charged with theft and receiving stolen property. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 139 points at 44,345. The Nasdaq is up 25 points. The S&P up 3 now. KDKA Sports at the Open Championship. American Brian Harmon and China's Haosu Li are in the clubhouse with a second-round lead of tied up at 8 under. The Pirates and White Sox open a 3-game series tonight at PNC Park. Bailey Falter will start for the Bucks. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. 72 and light rain right now at Pittsburgh International. The AccuWeather forecast next.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
I've been asked many times how Morgan & Morgan became the largest injury firm in the world. I think I know. When someone comes to us for an on-the-job injury, we have a huge workers' compensation practice. But many times we find a defective product that was responsible for that injury. Luckily for them, we have a product liability section headed by my son, Mike. In addition to the comp case, there is a product case too. Other times, the injured worker is fired or harassed for bringing that claim. We have them covered. Our employment lawyers handle retaliation claims as well as wage theft and discrimination cases, and in some cases need to file for Social Security benefits. No problem. We became big for a reason. 30% of our new cases come as referrals from former clients. Hiring us is easy. Go to forthepeople.com on your mobile device or computer, or call Pound Law on your cell, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy for this afternoon. It's not going to be as humid, but we'll have a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots, high 78, some clouds, and a low of 69 tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Celebrate National Carpet Cleaning Month with Zero Res and purchase 3 rooms of carpet cleaned. Get 1 free plus $50 off air duct services. Book online at ZeroResPGH.com and take advantage of the savings.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Before I drag the man into this Andy Sheehan, I want to play a song that kind of represents the efficiency of the folks who are supposed to fix these fountains in the city. Please, Ryan, play that.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
Do? Why, if I had a brain, I could while away the hours, conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head, I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain.
All right, thank you. Kind of get my point. It boggles the friggin' mind that they could hire all these people and still have all these jacked up fountains. And what blows my mind is that they admit that they installed 8 new fountains and even 4 of the new fountains don't work. And you want to dig even deeper, they have 200 fountains in the city, and how many do they inspect? Less than 30? Come on, man. The Fountain King, a best reporter I know, who broke this original story to show what needed to be done, is live with us. Andy Sheehan. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. How are you?
Are you surprised by this report, sir?
A little bit, because, we had done the story last year, and I noticed deep into, May that none of the fountains had been turned on. Everywhere I went, where I was running and checking things out, major places. And, at that point we found out that the city had one plumber to do 200 fountains, to do all the bathrooms, to do all the concession stands, all the spray parks, just like an impossible thing.
Impossible.
So, it came around this year and, started checking again. They should start doing this, in mid to early April, when the weather starts to break. And Deputy Mayor Jake Pollock said, well, he felt good about it. They had hired another plumber and 2 apprentices, and that they thought that they could get on top of it. Now, I went around, the head of the jail trail up in Shenley Park, where I usually kind of hang out. They hadn't been turned on last year. They were turned on. And I went around the city and, on and off, but this would have been in May. And it seemed, that they'd done a little better, but according to this report by the Controller's Office, not so great.
You laugh about it because it's kind of frustrating, isn't it? And kind of endemic in
Well, it's
government.
a basic service, and it's a very important service, and it's if we have a budget of $600 million a year, you would think that they'd be able to turn the water fountains on to as a public amenity, as a public safety. When we have one of the worst summers on record. This is a basic service.
Right.
As you point out, the administration hired, an additional 100 people in public works. They say, we've had trouble hiring plumbers. But this is like the marshaling of resources that you have. Yep. And priorities and doing what needs to be done. And, again, this year they've fallen short.
To his point, and he's right, Andy's a city guy. You use this stuff. And that's how you broke this story, just by, the water. I mean, that's how it happened, right? Organically.
Well, people really want it. I mean, people want their water fountains. I mean, I want my water fountain. If I'm going running on a 90-degree day, if you don't pack your LaCroix or whatever, to take to the park, it should be there. Come on, man. We pay big property taxes, pay a wage tax. This is a public amenity, and it's an important one.
Sheehan's my man. He's the best reporter.
It's kind of symbolic, right?
It is. It's why this story makes so much sense to me. Help me with this, though. 8 new fountains, brother, and 4 of the 8 new fountains don't work. How the hell could that happen?
I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Apparently, the one plumber they have is he's like Willie Mays. He's like great, but how the hell is one guy going to do all that? And then they hire another guy, and they had 2 apprentices. Now the apprentices were supposed to. One apprentice became a registered plumber. Oh. So now there were 3 and 1 apprentice, but now this report was as of late June, so we don't know how they've done, but that's not acceptable. I mean, to get, the majority of them turned on by midsummer, that's not it. I mean, these things ought to be turned on in early May. Come on, man.
So, my man, you're the most connected guy I know, other than me, of course. And are you getting any? It's very hard to get information out of this administration now. Are you feeling that same vibe, sir?
The mayor was on a lot. Every day. Leading up to the election, and not much since then. And he hasn't been available, and he seems a bit embittered about his defeat. He's sort of the focus is kind of warring against people in council that didn't support him, and sort of like beating a drum on his agenda.
What makes this story so relevant is what Andy just said. It's the core of why we're here. Public safety, public services, roads and bridges, schools, and fountains. And Sheehan's point, which is why I love this report, which is why it means so much to me, is that if you can't fix the damn fountains, what the hell can you fix? Right, Andy? Right?
Well, that's right. It's very emblematic of a basic service that these are, this is blocking and tackling, right? This is the stuff that has to get done before you do anything else. No. Before affordable housing, before anything else, before you gotta be able to do this stuff. And this is where, administrations either fail or succeed, in the eyes of the public. This is what's most important.
So this is a fact. This happened. I know a big shot with major top secret clearance who was brought in here to drive these Saudis around that were in here for the economic summit with $3 trillion in money in their control. And Sheehan knows this. He was at the summit. And he sent me a note because he was driving them around yesterday and said, I'm not showing them downtown. I refuse to show them the city. He said that. Mm-hmm. And that isn't a good thing, is it, Andy?
Mm. No, it's not a good thing.
Andy Sheehan, the best reporter I know.
You're not going to want to drive down Smithfield Street, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that right now. Thanks, my man.
Excellent. Okay, bro. Thanks.
My best. Best ever. Truly great. Because what he did was, with showing broken fountains, was he showed a broken city. It's just the truth. And it points out an inadequacy in government. And then you hire 3 plumbers and they can't do it. And the 3 plumbers can't turn on new fountains. Go ahead, Joe.
Hi. Hey, I wish Andy would have stayed on. Boy, I really appreciate his work, too.
I love him.
All the way back to when he covered the transplant surgery with the Saudis at Presbyterian Hospital. Yep. That's a long time ago. But anyhow, hey, this topic here, you know what bothers me about it? It seems like the audit is a very narrow focus. And Andy touched on this when he talked about spray parks and concession stands and bathrooms and things of that nature. I'd really like to know, all in all, what the plumbers have been doing.
See, I agree with him. It's actually, by the way, this is a great point. What the hell have they been doing, man?
Well, they could be fixing toilets.
Something.
And I think that might, rise above some of the public funds. A toilet's really a public safety problem. But anyhow, it's the audit is very narrow and it almost seems biased, where we don't know the full.
Hey, Joe, let me tell you this. If I gave you a list of 8 new fountains and said, Joe, go turn them on, how long would that take you, Joe? 2 hours?
Well, you're the guy that can't fix your bathroom sink.
I am not saying me, brother. I'm not saying me, brother.
Well, I'm not a plumber.
I could teach you to turn on a friggin' faucet, a water line. 8 new fountains and 4 don't work. How about that?
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, folks, Marty here. Just talked to my boy, JK, the king of Oakmont restaurants. The Lot. Have you tried it? Best breakfast you'll ever have. Carnivores. Unbelievable wings. The Pub. Woo! The hamburgers. And how about Hofstadt's? The Italian is magnificent. So you got The Lot, Carnivores, the Pub, Hofstadt's. Every single one, the highest quality, the best food. Check them all out in Oakmont.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars Lose the Weight, Stop Smoking, Early Bird Special, $49.99. Seminars Wednesday, July 23rd, Hilton Garden in Pittsburgh, Granbury in Cranberry Township, or Thursday, July 24th, Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh, West and Greentree. Weight loss at 5:30 p.m. Stop Smoking Seminar at 8.
Get Marty, brought to you by Perry Calder Law. When it matters most, contact Perry Calder Law.
Summer storms can spell disaster for your roof and more. At Home Genius Exteriors, we stop the damage before it starts. Call now during our summer savings event and get 50% off materials for your new roof. Plus, get no interest and no payments till 2027. Call Home Genius Exteriors at 855-UR-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
CBS Eye on Veterans from connectingvets.com. They say dogs are man's best friend. For Air Force Chaplain Lieutenant Colonel Patrick Genseal, this is absolutely true. After combat-related PTSD made life a daily struggle, he was paired with an amazing dog from retrieving freedom, and the healing was instantly visible.
Icing on the cake came last February. We went up to Alaska to celebrate my granddaughter's birthday, and my daughter pulled my wife aside and said, you know what? My dad's back. I haven't seen my dad in several years, and he's back. And it's because of Jim and Retrieving Freedom.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, we offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, so I texted my girl, Dr. Jess, at Physical, and I asked her if she could pop on this year's, and she could. There's this picture of Trump's hand. It's actually fascinating, with makeup on it, because they said he has some kind of a situation because of aspirin, blood thinners, handshaking. But that's not about Jess. But then I saw that he has swelling, like in his legs, and has this chronic venous insufficiency. And I thought about her because so much of what she does is about circulation and movement and getting blood flow going. And I thought about her last night and this morning, and I texted her, and she's joining me right now from Physical Live. Hey, Doc, how are you?
I'm good, Marty. How are you?
All right, I'm dropping this on you. So Trump has this issue with his circulation, and he has swelling in his ankles, doesn't get much exercise, they say, and has problems with blood flow. Is it something that physical therapy could help? Because I heard some doctors this morning say it could.
It definitely could help, Marty. So a lot of times the swelling can occur from prolonged inactivity. I'm not alleging that anybody that runs our country at the moment is physically inactive. No. But I am saying that prolonged physical inactivity can lead to swelling, can lead to arterial insufficiency. So physical therapy, movement, exercise definitely can help with the reduction of that swelling. And a lot of times whenever we don't move, the valves and the pumps within our feet, because they interact with the muscles and the nerves, and they help to pump the blood flow out throughout the body. Movement helps those throughout exercise and whatnot, as well as elevation of the feet whenever someone's sitting. You can also do compression therapy as well. We actually do a lot of compression therapy with our patients too. It helps with muscle soreness too, but movement and exercise can help with that.
Dr. Jess Nolan from Physical, 412-457-8200. Hey, again, this is a big deal because I see a lot of your patients when I'm out there, they're older, and they a lot of them have this issue, do they not?
They definitely do. We have patients that come in just for fear of falling, for balance difficulties, and then we discover things here as well, because we discuss with our patients all the time that we spend so much more time with them compared to their primary care doctors or specialists, because those specialists and those primary care doctors have very little time based off of their scheduling system. So they have to get in and out as fast as humanly possible. And we spend upwards of 40 minutes to an hour with our patients 2 to 3 times a week, whereas they see their primary care doctors or their specialists once every year or twice a year. So we spend much more time, and we discover things that may not have been picked up or they've developed since the last time they've seen their doctors, and we can help with that as well.
So, Jess, I see a lot of older folks with the big swollen ankles. Can that be treated?
It can, but there's a variety of conditions that may cause that. It could be heart related. It could be something called lymphedema. There's also something called lipedema. So there's lots of different causes of swelling. So we always recommend somebody does follow up with a specialist.
Sure.
So we help to determine what we think would be the cause if they haven't seen a specialist, and we do our best to help with that. But movement really does help with that fluid regulation.
Dr. Jess Nolan at Physical, 412-457-8200. Hey, Jess, because I've seen the compression stuff. How does that work? How does the compression stuff work?
It's really cool, actually, so we can use different methods for it. But what it does is it squeezes your leg. We also have attachments here for your hips as well as your shoulder, but it helps to squeeze that fluid back up your body. So we have valves, like I said, in your ankles as well, and sometimes they're not as efficient with blood flow. Sometimes the swelling is due to lymphatic fluid, but what it does is it helps to push the fluid back further up into your legs to get circulating throughout your body. If you've ever seen professional athletes use those compression boots as well, it helps with blood circulation and reduction of the muscle soreness.
Hey, Jess, what are these socks I see people wearing?
The compression socks?
Yeah.
I love compression socks, Marty. People wear them all the time. I wear them whenever I travel because prolonged inactivity leads to swelling in your legs and in your feet. So those compression socks help to keep that fluid from gathering down within your feet. I also encourage my patients, if they're taking a trip themselves, to wear compression socks and get out of the car every 2 hours whenever they're going on a trip, or if they're going on an airplane, especially due to the changes in the air pressure, wearing those compression socks really help.
So my wife gets some of this, and she'll put 5 pillows under her feet when she goes to sleep. That's a big help too, is it not?
Oh, yes. Elevation, we say above heart level, is key. Because if you elevate them just a little bit, it's helpful, but it's not the best. What we want to try to do is get your feet elevated above heart level so it has an easier time and the fluid does not have to fight against gravity.
Wow. All right. I love her. I texted her at 12:18, and she's on here with a topic she knew nothing that was coming at her, but I know that she's so smart and so good at this stuff, and you see patients like this. We're not picking on the president, but this stuff is common, is it not?
It's very common, Marty. I swear every single person, if not every single person that walks through these doors has some swelling in their legs.
Yes.
And we have that great recovery room that we showed you the last time you were in our clinic. And if people want to check out that video, it's on your Facebook. We have this recovery room where now almost every single one of our patients uses our compression therapy after they're done to help with that fluid regulation.
Hey, Jess, Patrick mentioned, what is a zero gravity bed setting? What is that?
Zero gravity, they have what's called zero gravity bed settings, zero gravity treadmills. Those are really, really cool because it helps to, as it sounds, eliminate gravity. So if you eliminate gravity, it helps to improve your movement overall. So a zero gravity bed, for example, would help to elevate your feet up a little bit higher.
Nice.
And the zero gravity treadmills help to move a little bit better as well. So that way your body doesn't have to fight against gravity.
You're amazing. Dr. Jess, Physical, 412-457-8200. Do not call the other physical locations. This is the one that matters. I'm not kidding. 412-457-8200. They hear the information here, then they're asking me from other clinics. No. 412-457-8200. Thanks, Jess. You rock.
Thank you, Marty. You rock too. Thanks for your support.
It's really important stuff. And she knows it. That's amazing how you can help yourself and some easy stuff.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Contemplating retirement but worried you can't afford it because of high healthcare insurance costs? Dina Schmidt and her team at One Health Benefits will guide you on what's best for your retirement healthcare needs. One Health Benefits has been providing customized health benefit choices to retirees for over 2 decades. You'll probably be pleasantly surprised about the affordable options from One Health Benefits. Call today, 724-799-8873, or learn more at onehealthbenefits.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
I'm kind of polarizing, and it's not a shtick. This is how I am in life. Whatever I say into this microphone is how I feel. If I've got this far in life by expressing exactly how I feel, why would I change now? And why in the hell would I change to cater to somebody? So if you don't know that already, then you might as well tune it out.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 77 degrees at Pittsburgh at 12:30. I'm David Colorado. A well-traveled route through Penn Hills is set to close tonight. News Radio KDKA's Greg McAtee has details.
Penn Hills beginning tonight at 9 through 5 a.m. Monday, weather permitting. PennDOT will close Rodi Road between Maple Lane and Business Route 22 for milling and paving. In addition, the ramp from the outbound Parkway East to Rodi Road and the Penn Hills on-ramp to the outbound Parkway East will close. Also, the inbound Parkway East ramp to Penn Hills will close from 5 to 9 a.m. tomorrow. Detours will be posted. Greg McAtee, News Radio, KDKA.
A vaccine hesitancy campaign launched by the Allegheny County Health Department is being touted as a way to reach skeptical families. The department's operations manager of clinical services, Annie Nagy, tells KDKA Radio that vaccines are safe and effective.
They protect people. I think one thing that's really important to, kind of share is that when you vaccinate your children or you vaccinate yourselves, you're protecting your children, you're protecting your parents, you're protecting your family, your friends, your community.
The health department plans to tie the campaign to back-to-school vaccinations for this fall. New research suggests that humans age dramatically at 2 stages in life. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen has more.
A Stanford University study says aging happens in 2 big bursts at the ages of 44 and 60. AHN's Dr. Amy Crawford-Fauché says the results are a little surprising because she doesn't necessarily see that clinically.
I think people feel it's much more of a general downward trend. And then when we see kind of the upward incidence of chronic diseases and other kinds of concerns that people have, it feels more gradual to folks.
The doctor says regardless of the age changes take place, if you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, it's important to visit a primary care physician to stay on top of any health issues. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, all 3 major indices are lower. The Dow is down 240 points. The Nasdaq is down 18. The S&P 500 is lower by more than 7 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:31. Our next update's at 1. I'm David Colorado on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDKA.
Summer's here, and so is Len Lacina from Lacina Drapery and Blind Factory.
Lacina can immediately refresh your home with custom window treatments. For over 60 years, our family-owned company has handcrafted stunning draperies in our very own factory and offers top-quality blinds, shades, shutters, and more.
Take advantage of Lacina's free shop-at-home service or visit their showrooms in Dormont and Wexford. Remember, Lacina's prices can't be beat. 412-665-4900 or visit lacinadrapery.com.
Hey everybody, it's Lynn Hayes Freeland. 90th anniversaries are super special. That's why AARP Pennsylvania is celebrating 90 years for Social Security. And they're doing it with ice cream. Now there are 3 events in the greater Pittsburgh area where you can join in the fun. But registration is required to get your favorite scoop of your favorite ice cream. And you'll learn more about AARP and the fight to strengthen and protect Social Security. You can register at aarp.org/local.
This summer, take the road less ordinary in a truck that's anything but ordinary. A new Chevy Silverado 1500 from Bowser Chevrolet. Right now at Bowser Chevrolet, get 0% for 36 months on the 2025 Silverado 1500 LT 2FL with savings over $11,000 off MSRP. With best-in-class towing, advanced tech, and rugged style, it's more than a truck. It's your summer sidekick. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies, tax, title, and fees not included, with approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser.
Oh, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy and not as humid this afternoon. We'll have a high of 78 with a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Low 69 with some clouds for tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Give your liver the support it needs with Active Liver. Go to NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New you, new Nordic.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
We have made it. Friday. Oh, yeah. And it's a big Friday. Here's why. I'm on vacation next week. Friday, 2 to 6. I'm here today. Colin Dunlap. KDKA.
I want to play this a clip from yesterday because I got my boy Norm, and I got Norm on for 2 reasons, but one of them is to talk about what the world needs now is workers, workers, workers. Listen to this clip. Listen.
We've been telling kids for 15 years to code. Learn to code, we said. Yeah, well, AI is coming for the coders. They're not coming for the welders. They're not coming for the plumbers. They're not coming for the steam fitters or the pipe fitters or the HVAC. They're not coming for the electricians. You know, that Ideas Festival I was telling you about in Aspen, I sat there and listened to Larry Fink say we need 500,000 electricians in the next couple of years. Not hyperbole. This is me being the alarmist again. There's not a week that goes by in my humble little foundation. It's called MicroWorks. Shameless plug. We award work ethic scholarships every year, right, to kids who want to learn a skill that's in demand. These are trade school scholarships. Not a week goes by where I don't get a phone call from somebody like the Blue Forge Alliance, who oversees our maritime industrial base. That's 15,000 individual companies who are collectively charged with building and delivering 3 nuclear-powered subs to the Navy every year for 10 years. Right? 2 Virginia, 1 Columbia class. Mind-bogglingly complicated. This guy calls and says, we're having a hell of a time finding tradespeople. Can you help? I said, I don't know, man. It's pretty skinny out there. How many do you need? He says 140,000. 140,000. Now, granted, over 7 years, but they need 80,000, 90,000 right now.
That's enough. That makes the point.
These are our submarines.
Thank you,
folks.
Ryan. No one knows this better than one of my boys, one of my favorite people, and a very close friend, Norm Candelor. Norm, that's a home run, is it not? That is spot on, isn't it, brother?
It is so spot on. It's unbelievable. I am honored every year I get a chance to go to Still Valley Book Tech School and talk to young adults and young kids going to school. And people just don't realize how important the trades are. And even the services, even in the dog grooming salons, I mean, it's just absolutely unreal. And they pay great money.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, if you're not a book person or a real smart person, or maybe not have all the degrees and things like that, I mean, why put all that money into all these colleges when you can go right down the street and start working tomorrow and really have a great job and a great career? I don't know, but I'm just telling you, there's great opportunities in the trades. Great opportunities.
Hey, Norm, you're among the people more than anyone I know because you work with your hands and you have very successful business ventures. Is there a dynamic, a shift in the mindset of younger people that, hey, maybe I can get this welder's gig and to hell with going to college and owing $300,000? Are you feeling a shift, sir?
Absolutely. And not only am I feeling a shift and involved in it, people that even come into our diner and just sit down listening to them talking, this is what they're doing. Welders are just absolutely phenomenal jobs. HVAC folks.
Big money.
HVAC folks. I mean, come on. I mean, everything in this world today, especially with technology and how all this new equipment is being run by IT and technology type services. I mean, there's just so much opportunity for an IT person or a HVAC person or even a bricklayer.
Yep.
I mean, it's just constant work. I'll tell you this, at Sarah's, chocolate makers make a ton of money.
Yep.
I mean, if you can get that trade and learn how to make chocolate, and I'm going to go to the dog grooming salons for a second here because our young adults, $800 to $1,000 a week on their salary, and then on their tips, $65,000 a year is very common. And guess what? They can go anywhere in the country tomorrow and start working. They can go anywhere. If they decide to pick up their bags tomorrow and go to Florida and want to live in the sunlight, they go down the street right now and get a job. It's open to them. It's that important. So you're absolutely spot on with this conversation. I joined in yesterday listening to you, but I go down to Still Valley Boat Tech and I'll do some speaking down there when they have their commencement. And it just amazes me the intelligence and how smart people are. Mechanics, look at these mechanics that they do. They can fix these cars today, and you need them. And you can't tell them, no, you need them because you can't fix it. I can't fix it.
No way.
You need them. You need them.
All right. I got to transition to you. And I'm not sandbagging Norm. He's one of my closest friends. He's family to me. And this is public, and I wanted to check in with him. I want our audience to hear. Norm is an entrepreneur. He's an amazing businessman. He works harder than any person I've ever known in my life. He's vital to the success of Sarah's Candy and part of that family. He was diagnosed with cancer, and as life would go, the same cancer I had. Tell us about it, Norm, and tell us how you're doing and what's the plan.
Well, I have a great. I don't share it too often. But I have a great belief in God, and I'll say this. I mean, there's a reason why me and you got together. Because quite honestly, I mean, things happen for a reason. I mean, a few years ago, you got going through the same thing I'm going through today. But look how that all worked out for you, and now I have you to fall back on to help me out. So things work out in really, really strange ways. We don't know exactly how it all happens, but it definitely happens, and you have to put some thought into that. But anyways, I had an earache, and couldn't get rid of it, and I went to an ENT doctor, and he checked out my ears and checked out my nostrils and checked out all my sinus areas and said, I don't see anything wrong here. He went in the back of my throat and said, let's go, you got cancer. I mean, he knew looking at it. It took, the biopsy come back and confirmed it, but he looked just, within 30 seconds, he looked at it. My wife was with me. He said, let's go. You got cancer. Took me down the hallway to the biopsy room, and next morning it came back HPV 16 positive.
Yeah.
So that's what we have, but I'm going to tell you something, Marty. Now that I have it, and I know what I have, and I'm hoping I'm successful like you are, and I live another 20 years. But I've learned a lot already. I've learned a lot in 2 weeks about people.
Sure.
We are so fast to criticize people and what's going on. There is so much more good than bad.
Oh, yeah.
There is so much more good than bad. I just wish that we could educate the world on how much good there is instead of how much bad there is. I never realized that people reaching out to me. I had a superintendent of a school private message me last night. He knows because I go in and, as you know, Judge Arnone and his lead program, I do some work with him. So I've had an opportunity to speak at this school a couple times. And I'm going to tell you this. It's been asked as Dr. Mott. and he's the superintendent there. So I had a chance to do some work with him, and I didn't give it much thought. I don't see the guy that often. He sent me a message last night. I'll tell you the truth. I don't care who you are, you're going to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, just the friendship and the support the people will give you, it just amazes me, and it's overwhelming to some point. But I'm going to tell you, we have a lot of great people. People do care.
Hold on, Norm. Norm, what's the plan, though? What's going to start? What's going to happen to get you back to health?
If I pass all the testing, which I'm doing now, in fact, I'm in the parking lot right now, the Dunlap building in St. Clair right now.
Oh, wow.
If I pass all the testing, after doing that a scan on the 28th, I got to do a scan. If that comes back showing that nothing's moved around and everything is as the PET scan was, then I start treatment on August 4th.
August 4th.
And August 4th, they want to do 7 weeks of radiation, 7 5-hour treatments of chemo. And then hopefully we're going to be recovering. They did tell me it's probably about a 6 to 8 month process if everything goes well.
But hold on, Norm. So people know this. 93% recovery rate, right?
I'm curable, 93%. That's where we're at right now, provided everything works. They're not going to do surgery. At first, they were going to do surgery, but they found out that, I don't know, but it would mess up my pretty face too much. So
right on, brother.
They're not going to do too much surgery, and unless they have to, naturally.
You've lost a bunch of weight. You've lost a bunch of weight, right?
I lost 35 pounds already, and they're telling me no matter what, they're putting a feeding tube in on the 23rd or 24th. So I have to have a feeding tube and also, of course, support for the chemo.
Yeah.
So we're doing that on the 23rd or 24th. But I just, that's something else we don't talk about too much, Marty. I know you don't have a lot of time, but these doctors and these people that do this every day, man, do I get educated on watching people's behavior?
True.
I can't imagine sitting down in a room for 45 minutes talking to this doctor, and when I walk out, the next one walks in, he has to do it again. And they walk out, and the next one, they're just phenomenal people. They're just surrounded by people that really are just way beyond what I'll ever be.
And they want you to live. They really do.
They want you to live.
They do.
They want you to live.
Have
and
you
they told me that. They told me.
You're a big, strong, confident man. Have you been scared? I was scared. I laid in bed thinking.
I'm definitely scared.
Okay.
I'm scared of the unknown. I'm not scared of cancer. I mean, I know. I'll tell you two things I'm not scared of. And I know you're not going to believe this.
No.
I'm not scared of death, and I'm not scared of cancer.
Right.
I'm just not.
No.
But now I know I have it, and when I go through the cure it, I'm really antsy about this chemo stuff and how it's going to affect me. And I mean, I don't know. They're telling me the radiation is going to burn the inside of my mouth pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to have some swallowing problems.
Yep.
And the blistering. So I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm going to say this to you, and I want the public to know this.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for two reasons. First of all, the Sarah's family, and I'm not just saying that. Just unbelievable family. I wouldn't even know about this wasn't for Jamie Saris. She's the one that got me to the ENT doctor.
Aww.
And thank God she did. And then
Billy's wife. Billy Saris' wife.
Yeah, Billy's wife.
Love her.
Yes. We get in a situation sometimes we take things for granted and we just don't understand the real purpose of why we're here. But I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of the cancer. But I'm really, the uncertainty of the treatment and what's going to happen to me really has got me like, what do I do? Am I going to be sick every day? Am I going to be nauseous every day? They did tell me I'm probably going to lose another 20, 25 pounds because there's nothing you can do about it. The feeding tube can only do so much. So I started at 246. I'm down to 209. I'm probably going to be in my boxing weight around 180 when it's all said and done. So we'll see what happens. But I'm ready for it. I got great support.
Norm, and you remember I got HPV-related cancer. It's a virus. We went and taped everything. 25 million people saw it. We got about 20,000 people to get the vaccine. Are you thinking about telling your kids to get this HPV?
I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to say something I'm going to do. I'm going to try to find a way to be an inspiration and be support for others because, quite honestly, I've had a really good life. 68 years old. I've never been in a hospital, Marty. I've never been in a hospital. Okay.
No, you're too busy.
Other than a cold. Other than a cold or maybe a case of the flu every now and then, I've never been sick. I got in a fist fight in 8th grade and broke my little finger, and that's the only time I was in the emergency room. So I can't sit here and be bitter or poor pity for me or be pissed off.
No.
I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful we got it early, and hopefully I get 20 more years to go out and cause more damage. I mean, I like being a pain in the butt to people, so I want to stick around for a while.
We're all in, man. Thanks, Norm.
Yep, thank you. Love you,
man.
too.
Love him. He's the best ever. My man's the best ever.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
You know, the last time I talked to Rob Pierce from Rob Pierce and Associates, it was about Ozempic. So, look, Rob gets it. I get it. A lot of folks have had tremendous results from Ozempic, weight loss, tremendous. However, folks have side effects. Some of them disastrous side effects, so they've taken that on. Next time we talk to him, nursing home abuse. Why? Rob has been at the forefront of protecting families and their loved ones in nursing homes for decades. Rob Pierce and Associates, 40 years of protecting citizens, healthcare issues, personal injury issues, anything relevant to car crashes, nursing home abuse, doctor's mistakes. Robert Pierce and Associates, 412-214-7477. Robert Pierce and Associates, 412-214-7477.
If your car has a broken piece of glass, bring your car to Ryan's Auto Glass. So quit your whining and crying. Call 1-800-GET-RYAN. Bring your car to Ryan'sAutoGlass.com.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. It appears Americans are feeling better about the economy. U.S. consumer sentiment rose to a 5-month high in early July as expectations about the economy and inflation continued to improve. That's according to the latest data from the University of Michigan. Well, the numbers says one thing, but the director of the survey says consumers still expect prices to rise as business conditions, labor markets, and even their own incomes continue to be weaker than a year ago. When in doubt, blame it on tariffs. Bloomberg reports tariffs have been cited as a key reason in at least 10 bankruptcies in the U.S. since early April. Many analysts say the tariff blame game doesn't hold up, though, as it's just too soon for the latest duties to have made a material impact on corporate performance. Companies like At Home and tile importer Mosaic are seen as using tariffs as an excuse to paint over deeper issues. And the total value of the cryptocurrency market is now more than $4 trillion, the most ever after the president signed a stablecoin bill passed by Congress that regulates the sector, and it's led to a rally in altcoin, which is everything other than Bitcoin. Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Radio.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Nor's old man. Grown men cry too. Like cowboys. I did. Everyone did. It's very emotional. He'll get more support than you can imagine. Norm Candler is an A student. I got to get to Bob. He's been hanging and talking about jobs. Go ahead, Bob.
Late.
What's up?
Yeah, Marty, I'm sorry. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, man.
My heart goes out to Norm, and I think he'll be just fine.
Yep.
But my call is about the labor market and what have you. I know people. I've been in 2 unions. I was at Steelworkers as well as the Teamsters.
Nice.
And great bunch of fellas.
Yep.
And ladies.
Yep.
But I've learned through a little research that 65% of the people in the trades are making more money than their college counterparts.
Oh, I believe that. Please. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they're looking for people. There's such a lack of tradesmen out there. You can't get work done for long periods of time, weeks, sometimes months. They just don't have the
I don't know how we get over the hump of, oh no, I have to go to college. I don't know what we have to do, Bob. It has to start at home, and it has to translate into the high schools. They got to drive it home at these high schools, man. Put those salaries up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and when I worked in the mill, the older fellows, they always wanted their kids to go to college.
It's true.
No, because they didn't want them to have to work in that environment. But today, I left the mill when it shut down. But if I had a chance to go back in the mill, I would have went back.
Well,
because it was a great place to work.
Plus, my man, these new jobs, these electrician jobs, man, welders making $75 an hour. I mean, come on, man. No college debt, none, zero. Come on.
Well, community college morphed into doing teaching the trades as well because they saw a need for it.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you a brief story about Bob Tootie. He's one of my close friends. He owns Tootie Mechanicals, a $100 million business. He says, Marty, if I go to a party, no one gives a damn about my $100 million business. If there's one guy by the cheese tray that went to Harvard, they're all around that one guy. I don't know why, Bob. I just don't. I don't know why. But you're right. It's a great call. Most of the men in the trades and women, if you had a group of men and women that know how to build houses, that know how to do remodeling, you could own the world. There's a desperate need for people to do that work. Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, Marty, how's it going?
Good, man.
Good, good. Hey, I was just calling about the blue-collar jobs.
Yeah.
Last week, my buddy works a local union around here doing construction and that. He met a guy in the bar that owns a construction company in Texas, flew him down there for a week, paid him $1,500 a day.
Whoa.
He cannot find workers.
Whoa.
$1,500 a day. I thought he was joking until he come back up. He showed me it. He said the guy wanted him to quit his job up here and go move the floor and work for him.
Wow. Wow. Tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hold on, let's do the math.
When I was at
$7,500 a week roughly times 52?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Come on, man.
When I was in high school, I graduated in '99. That's when they started pushing college. I told my guidance counselor, "Hey, the world needs ditch diggers too," and he looked at me like I was crazy. I live a good life. I make good money. I'm happy with what I do.
They did that to all of us. You were ashamed if you said you were going to be in the trades.
Yeah, they need to bring trade high schools back. Thanks a lot, Marty. Have a good weekend.
Great call. Wow, that's a lot of money. Wow, it's there too. He's right. It's astounding, the opportunity.
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
Hey folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales, installation at Voss, Rick, Matt, The entire Voss team are experts who know appliances and TVs inside and out. They won't leave you hanging after the sale. Visit Voss, South Hills Showroom, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. The best prices guaranteed.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. Man, I love this. It's Marty. Good paying jobs, not just any jobs, jobs that can support your family. Great benefits, opportunities for advancement. This is the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, representing construction workers and public sector employees. Over 500,000 strong. I love them. Phil Amaris leads this great union. He's one of my boys. He's one of my favorite people on earth. I'm serious. Pennsylvania Laborers District Council. Check them out. laborpa.org. They're powerful. I'm telling you, I love them.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime. We're not here to be the biggest. We're here to bring you something we believe is better. Our plans start at just $20. You'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 76 degrees at Pittsburgh International. At 1 o'clock, I'm David Milano. News is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. The Comptroller's Office has released a new report on the status of water fountains in the city of Pittsburgh. Inspectors went to 28 fountains in June and found 43% were turned off. When the issue of problems with the city's water fountains came up last year, the mayor's office reassured residents that a team of 3 plumbers could complete needed repairs. This year's inspection report included all 20 fountains that were checked out last year, plus 8 new fountains, and only half of them were operational. Tarentum's Spray Park is a popular spot for families to visit and cool off, but local leaders say it's been the scene of multiple crashes, which is why they say they're taking action to improve safety there. Throughout the summer, the place can be packed with kids running through the water, but it's next to a busy corridor for trucks and tractor trailers on First Avenue. Families, along with borough leaders like Mayor Bob Lang, have been concerned about the traffic and the 3 or 4 crashes that have happened there in recent years. The worst this past spring, forcing the borough to delay opening the spray park for a week. To try to prevent that, the borough plans to install more bollard posts from the spray park to the end of the playground by Allegheny Street. The borough also plans on making updates to the security cameras. It is currently working with the contractor, and construction should start soon. The project is expected to be done by the end of the year. The Allegheny County Health Department launching a public awareness campaign about vaccine hesitancy. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Annie Nagy, the department's operations manager of clinical services, tells me the campaign focus is to strengthen the trust between families, primary care providers, and pediatricians.
You know, the idea of this new campaign is like, talk to your doctor. Don't necessarily get your information from scrolling on Facebook or social media or that type of thing. So the idea is like, go back to your doctor, talk to your doctor.
Nagy says childhood vaccines allow kids to become healthy adults. If you have questions about vaccinations or want to schedule an appointment, call the immunization clinic at 412-578-8062. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
In the meantime, a freak accident has left a New York man fighting for his life. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has that story.
A 61-year-old man on Long Island is in critical condition after he walked into an exam room during an MRI and got pulled into the machine by his chunky chain necklace. The MRI director at nearby North Shore Health Hospital, Charles Winderfelt.
It would act like a torpedo trying to get into the middle of the center of the magnet.
The National Institute of Biomedical Imaging says the magnetic force of an MRI machine is strong enough to fling a wheelchair across a room. Police say the man did not have permission to enter the examination room. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News, New York.
A Washington County man who hasn't had a valid license since Gerald Ford was president has been sentenced to up to 11 years in prison after his conviction for a crash that injured 3 motorcyclists in 2023. 68-year-old William Strogas of Ellsworth was charged by Ligonier police for the accident, his 12th DUI conviction. Police say an intoxicated Strogas drove his SUV into the opposite lane of traffic, hitting 4 cyclists, 3 of whom were injured, some with lifelong injuries. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 250 points. The Nasdaq is down 33. The S&P 500 down 12 points. KDKA Sports, the Pirates and White Sox open a 3-game series tonight at PNC Park. KDK Radio News Time 103. Time to call ABC Transit at 724-831-8500. Now hiring CDL and van drivers with signing bonuses paid. Right now it's raining and 77 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Steel's new partnership with Nippon Steel
is generating an extra spark in our mills
and fresh energy in our mines.
As employees of U.S. Steel,
we'd like to thank the communities where we live and work for your support.
The partnership means better opportunities for our employees, more prosperity for our communities,
and more steel made right here in America.
Thank you for believing in the future of U.S. Steel.
A stronger America
is made here.
Always.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
When it's cancer, life gets complicated. The AHN Cancer Navigation Team guides you through. Appointments, expert specialists, emotional support, done. Because at AHN, we see you. Visit ahn.org/cancerteam. When it's cancer, AHN knows. Life takes a village. Cancer takes a team. The AHN Cancer Navigation Team gets you the support you need. An expert care plan, financial guidance, emotional support. Visit ahn.org/cancerteam.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will stay rather cloudy, but it's not going to be as humid. We'll have a high of 78 with a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots. Low 69, partly to mostly cloudy tonight. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Clip of the day that jumps out at me is this clip from downtown. I have Bob Schwartzwald, the union president for the cops, on the line to talk about this ignorance about this cop city stuff, this pushback. But I want him to hear this clip. This is yesterday downtown, right in the middle of the afternoon. Listen. It's crazy.
6th Ave at Liberty. We're getting reports that a male was just punched and is now knocked out at the intersection. The actor did flee and just assaulted someone else. He's currently on foot. It's a black male, black canvas backpack, brown shirt, black trousers. He either made a left onto 7th from Liberty.
18, copy.
18, your patient's a white male around the age of 70. He is now awake, alert, and bleeding.
Copy.
18, update. Your actor is now at 7th and Liberty. He's still hitting bystanders. There is one victim laying in the street.
Copy.
Any other town units that can back Mike 18?
Delta 45, I'll start that way.
Copy.
Mike 17, pull me from my parking place on the area of that fight.
Copy.
Medic stage, I see him pulling the area.
They should be staging. They're now stating that the actor's walking down Wood Street by Harrison Theater. He's now fighting with another person.
I'm seeing that with the actor.
Copy. If I have a downtown unit that can start to 6th and Liberty, make contact with that actor there who should be laying in the street bleeding.
Wow. Bob Schwartzwalder. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Marty. Thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Did you hear that clip?
I did, sir.
That's the mayhem that we have downtown on the south side and in many parts of the city. And I would argue that if we had the manpower and law and order, this would not be happening. Is that fair?
I agree.
Right?
And you do understand what the manpower is right now, right?
No, tell me.
So where you're at right now is you have about 657 officers total. So on total payroll out of a budgeted strength of 800, you have 758. That also includes 54 officers in the academy. So even with the 54 recruits in the academy, you're still 42 short of the budgeted 800 strength. Wow. So you're not even at the 800. And if you remember, back when Bill Peduto was here and he left in January of 2022, he left a police force of 937.
Wow.
So now you're down to 900 or 758. And out of all those, you only have 657 that can police the city on any given day. So, and then out of those, over 148 can leave tomorrow morning. So we're in dire straits.
And I'm bouncing around here, but they have this idiotic plan to shut off 12th to 17th on the south side again, divert traffic. Then they want all your people to start carding, checking IDs on teenagers. I know a lot of your people have no interest. They hate working the south side, do they not, sir?
Yeah, they're very disillusioned there because they're giving mixed messages about really what they want done. And if you don't have clear mandates or clear directives, the officers are kind of left to their own discretion. And they're left to their own discretion. And then obviously if they make a discretion-based decision and somebody doesn't like it, then they'll be probably facing some sort of discipline. So there's a lot of confusion and angst when they're saying, well, we need it cleaned up, but they're not giving very clear direction. As far as the IDs are concerned,
right,
our people won't be checking those.
Oh, they're not.
It's my understanding that the city intends to hire private security to do that. Well, here's the problem, though, Marty. I mean, legally, a police officer cannot demand identification unless they have reasonable suspicion to believe a crime is afoot.
Wow.
So even when we worked bar details and stuff like that, we never checked IDs. That was always the tavern security and so on requesting those identification cards. We didn't do that. Then if they had a false ID, then they would call us over, and then we would check the identification there based on, because we had at least reasonable suspicion, if not probable cause, the ID was fake.
And your people that I know that work that have a feeling that's a tinderbox, that at any night could erupt into a full-blown riot, sir, right?
Well, I mean, it already has. I mean, they were launching fireworks at the police during the 4th of July. You know, they've had people firing firearms into the air, you know, in and around crowds. And that's what people don't understand. Well, they're just shooting a gun in the air. What's the big deal? Well, where's the bullet going when it comes down? That's what people don't get. You can't be around firing a deadly weapon system into the air and thinking nothing's going to happen. It is what it is, Marty. I mean, it's a state of affairs. It's a state of affairs, and when you push this state of affairs out there, and other people will say, "Well, we don't really think it's that bad." Okay, well then go down and hang out for a while.
Right on, brother. The hell with that. That Market Square, that guy running around beating the hell out of people yesterday down right in the middle of broad daylight downtown. Bob, that can't happen in a big city. It just can't.
Well, it's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Or listen, you'll never be totally absent of crime.
Right on.
But what you'll have is you have a fast response, and those officers were communicating pretty quickly.
They were.
And it seemed to me like one of the bike officers got there quickly.
He did.
But still, I mean, the lack of self-control on certain people walking around downtown Pittsburgh to knock a 70-year-old man out in the middle of the street is pretty. Yeah, it is disgusting.
All right,
I agree.
so Bob is one of the best he's always at the training facility because he has so much knowledge about training cops. That training facility is beat to hell, is it not, sir? It's a dog, is it not, sir?
Yeah. So this is a testament to the officers and the instructors that train them.
That's right.
And the officers that attend the training. Is that with very, very outdated facilities, we're able to maintain? Because I don't know if your listeners know this, Marty. Do you know the number one complaint about officers in the city of Pittsburgh?
No.
It's not use of force or any of those kinds of things. It's when officers and citizens, and typically the citizen initiates it with rude and insolent language. So then the cop gives it back to him. Now, we have policies against that, and our officers get disciplined.
Right.
But that is the number one complaint. It's not excessive force or things like that some people might think because they see the news. It is a cop and a citizen getting into a verbal altercation most of the time. So as far as Cop City is concerned, that needs to change. See, and this is the problem.
Right.
They're calling it Cop City. And it's not
let's let people in on this. So there's this woke attitude out there that you're building this paramilitary complex. You're going to train that's all they're going to do is beat people up. This is a crap facility. And they're doing it in crap conditions, and we need it. And the wokesters want to call this Cop City and give it a negative connotation. Do they not, Bob?
That's exactly what I've been reading in the media. And it's for lack of a better term, it's an outlandish concept because this is going to be a public safety training center. If you go to Harrisburg Area Community College, right in the center of the Commonwealth, they have a public safety training center there. Almost all major cities in the country that have modernized their training facilities have public safety training centers. And here's what goes on. Do you know why they have the cities, Marty? Like they create a mock city? Because they create streets where they do driver's training as well.
Right.
You have to move fire trucks through narrow locations, ambulances through narrow locations. Police officers have to drive in hazardous conditions. So you're not just doing, and the FBI's had one of these cities for 50 years. But nobody talks about the FBI facility in Quantico, Virginia.
How about this wokester in Pittsburgh? I will not support a training village where they can practice tear gassing me and my friends. Bob, that is ignorant. That is ignorant.
I did see that. Well, first of all, before we deploy any type of riot control agents, because that's the proper terminology for them, before we deploy, there are multiple warnings given unless the crowd is instantaneously violent.
Right.
If the crowd is instantaneously violent, obviously we're going to apply force right there at the time. But almost every single time that we've ever used, in my experience, where we've used riot control agents, a plethora of warnings are given before they're deployed. They're not just deployed on innocent people, as some people might say. And if you pay attention and the incident is captured on video, you will hear the warnings. I even think, Marty, on one of your Instagram posts where riot control agents were deployed, you can hear the warnings being given in the background.
How about the politicians, Barb Warwick, We have pools to be fixed. This is just a waste of money right now. Wow. Yeah, let's fix a pool. Don't train the cops.
Well, that's our priority. I mean that's an interesting message. You're sending. Do you want to make sure? Listen, I'm not saying the pools are not.
I get it.
We get $10 million, but there's an extra tax, you understand, for parks and pools. $10 million extra a year for that. There's money already set aside for that. Remember?
Yep.
We passed it as legislation.
Yep.
There's the park tax, $10 million for the park tax, so you can fix the pools with that $10 million. You need to modernize your training facilities because it's not just training the police officers in 2025. What about the police officers in 2030? The officers are coming in. The job is so sophisticated now, requiring police officers to make instantaneous decisions, and we have a lot of modern training capabilities, and we need to get with the times. We need it. Our facility on Washington Boulevard, which we don't use that much, but the firemen still use a lot of, was built in 1950. 1950.
Wow.
So those are 1950 pipes. Those are 1950 sewage systems, water systems. It floods there.
Oh, yeah.
You have to change. You have to change that kind of stuff, and it takes money to do that. And they got an opportunity with the federal government because they got that land for almost no money.
Right.
And they need to build. And you could do driver's training there. You could do your firearms training there. You can do your civil disturbance training. You could do your basic classroom training there. One of the things I saw in that article was de-escalation. Well, I just like to know what they mean by that because I teach de-escalation. So my question always is, what do they define de-escalation? How do you stop a violent individual like you just played on your radio show here when he's beating civilians up? Well, sir, can I have a chat? We're going to call you by phone, and we're going to have a discussion, right?
Yeah, let's
you
do
have
that.
to intervene. You have to intervene physically with a guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's assaulting people. The first thing you have to do in de-escalation, you have to contain the problem, and the second thing that you do before you get to de-escalation is you have to control any ongoing active violence. If you don't have those two, and people are self-containing and they're not engaged in any active ongoing violence, well, now you can get to what we call to get into contact and communicate with that individual because the first two C's are already covered. So this has been being trained, and people don't understand this to police officers for years. For years we've been training.
Bob, hug it out with them, man. You don't get it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to call you by phone, Marty. Like when you're getting assaulted, I'll say, Marty, can you put the guy on that's assaulting you? I'll give you a call by phone. Maybe that violent individual and I can have a chat by phone.
Leave a message. Thanks, my man.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Marty, listen, have a good weekend. Thanks for having me.
The best ever. My man nails it.
Listen to Colin Dunlap on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or two half-geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
So my brother-in-law, Scott, had open heart surgery, UPMC. Amazing, amazing surgeons. Amazing effort in the ICU. Amazing nurses. Amazing care. My sis Barb goes to Hillman twice a week for cancer treatment. For pancreatic cancer. Amazing, amazing treatment. Life-saving, life-changing information. UPMC. Amazing place.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband, and he lost weight, and his cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend lost 20 pounds her first 2 months.
Oh my, what are you waiting for? Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking. Early bird special, only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late day eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating. That's right. Seminars Wednesday, July 23rd at the Hilton Garden in Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. And Thursday, July 24th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh, West and Green Tree. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar, 8 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Things are heating up, and so are the savings at Coons Market.
Pork baby back ribs, $2.99 a pound. Red or green seedless grapes, $1.88 a pound. And Gold Peak Simply Tea or Simply 8s, 2 for $4. Come see us at Coons.
Get Marty, brought to you by UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I've been to the training facilities. They suck. They're bad. Bathrooms are sketch. They've had mold. There have been times they had no heat. No AC. Man. It's a training facility. It's not the friggin' jackbooted thugs camp. Come on, man. I find the pushback on law enforcement to be frightening when you hear what's going on in this town. The still woke, defund the police folks out there creeping around like that turd that I said floats downhill. Don't like cops until they need them. Man, there's so many people that get jacked around here that the prime example recently was the $4,000 worth of stuff stolen from the Lululemon in Shadyside. Now, my daughter wants to work there. I said, hell no. And my kids, they all work 2 jobs each at least. Seriously. But Lululemon for girls is kind of cool. Just is. And I told her, that Lululemon store is dangerous. And I'm not a paranoid dad. It gets robbed twice a week. I mean, seriously. This week, $4,000 worth of stuff. It's ridiculous. And the call goes to the recording unit, meaning no one. It's a phone message. Bob's right. He's always right. Go ahead, Mike.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi, Marty.
What's up, man?
Mike, Wexford. I just want to compliment you for many years of service. I've been listening to you for many years. I don't call often. And I appreciated your time that you spent up at Carnegie Mellon.
Oh, I love it.
And I'm a 92-year-old veteran, Air Force, son of an Italian immigrant.
Love it.
And I appreciate what you do so many times to point out what needs to be improved in Pittsburgh, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I live in Wexford, and I've lived here now many years, 39 years with Westinghouse. But I appreciate your service, and I hope you enjoy your vacation.
Wow. Love that phone call. Good for him. I love veterans, man. I'm a law and order guy. I would say build a damn training center today. Come on, man. The biggest issue in this town right now is law and order. One more time, one of my boys, the highest level security clearance, was charged with driving around the Saudis. They were in town here. $3 trillion in wealth as part of this summit to invest in this region. He sent me a text. I did not take them into the city because it sucks. That's a fact, Jack. Look the other way, gentlemen. Don't look that way, like Sodom and friggin' Gomorrah. Seriously.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Lunch was great. Lawrenceville is such a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
From the Aetna Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 76 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 1:30. I'm David Ballarado. A man and woman from Weirton are now charged in connection with the drowning of a 13-year-old Burgettstown girl last month. Police say Joshua Lockerbie and Ashley Shelton put the drowning victim, Reese Hanshaw, at risk, along with other children, by letting them into the water without flotation devices. The kids ranged in age from 4 to 13. Hanshaw drowned on June 30th near the Veterans Memorial Bridge in Weirton. AP correspondent Sagar Mughani reports on the bid to placate both President Trump and some on the far right amid the Jeffrey Epstein records controversy.
While the president wants the issue to go away, some on the far right are demanding more information. So Speaker Mike Johnson says the GOP is putting forward a resolution that hopefully satisfies both.
He wants all credible information, credible evidence to be turned over to the people so that the people can decide.
Democrats say that's the whole point.
Let the American people make up their own mind.
But Jim McGovern and Jamie Raskin note a big difference between the GOP resolution and the Democrats' version.
Our resolution says all documents, records, and communications. Theirs says all credible.
McGovern says the Republican resolution wouldn't have the force of law. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
University of Pittsburgh police say they do have a suspect now identified in that overnight burglary that prompted a crime alert. The suspect is accused of going through the front door of a Boundary Street home around 3:45 this morning, leaving shortly afterwards. The people who live there say nothing appears to have been taken. On Wall Street at this hour, the Dow is still down. It's lower by about 212 points. The Nasdaq has cut its losses down about 3 points. S&P 500 also off its earlier lows, down about 6 points. KDK Radio News Time 1:32. Our next update's at 2 o'clock. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This summer, take the road less ordinary in a truck that's anything but ordinary. A new Chevy Silverado 1500 from Bowser Chevrolet. Right now at Bowser Chevrolet, get 0% for 36 months on the 2025 Silverado 1500 LT 2FL, with savings over $11,000 off MSRP. With best-in-class towing, advanced tech, and rugged style, it's more than a truck. It's your summer sidekick. For well-qualified buyers, dealer doc fee of $477 applies. Tax, title, and fees not included. With approved credit through GM Financial. Offer ends July 31st. Now that's the power of Bowser.
Well, that's the power of Bowser. Yeah.
Bowser Chevrolet Monroeville. BowserChevrolet.com. I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and stop smoking without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Early bird special, only $49.99. That's right. Don't just cut down, but stop smoking once and for all. Also lose all the weight and let Mark Patrick hypnosis destroy unwanted cravings. Seminars Wednesday, July 23rd, Hilton Garden in Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township, or Thursday, July 24th at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Pittsburgh, West and Green Tree. Weight loss seminar, 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar, 8 p.m. Sign up at markpatrickseminars.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Lynn Hayes Freeland. You know, 90th anniversaries are super special. That's why AARP Pennsylvania is celebrating 90 years for Social Security. And they're doing it with ice cream. Now, there are 3 events in the greater Pittsburgh area where you can join in the fun. But registration is required to get your favorite scoop of your favorite ice cream. And you'll learn more about AARP and the fight to strengthen and protect Social Security. You can register at aarp.org/local.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Rather cloudy for this afternoon. It's not going to be as humid, but we'll have a shower or thunderstorm in a couple of spots, high 78, some clouds, and a low of 69 tonight. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Viking, dedicated to creating travel experiences for the thinking person with programs designed for cultural enrichment on board and on shore. Discover more at Viking.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us Monday of the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. Steelers head to camp this week. A cheat sheet for what you need to know.
I love the Steelers. I love it. I'm glad they paid him. Good for him. I told Larry this morning. 2 things in life that matter in that world. Confidence and leverage. Leverage. How about that? My man, I love him. Love him. I'm glad they paid him. Ryan, put your headset on, please, real quick for me as a favor. And get in front of the mic. Because I harassed Ryan so much, he's quitting. He's afraid of me. And he's moving. So far away from me so I can't get to you. Is that the truth?
That's absolutely the truth.
Today's your last day?
It is.
Right?
Yes.
Ryan does something that no one would do. How many buses do you take every day?
I take 2 buses a day.
Actually 4, if you double it, right?
Exactly, yeah, you're right, 4.
In the rain? In the cold? Huh?
All sorts of weather.
How many times have I seen you running, physically running out of here just to try to get to your bus stop?
It's true, sometimes at 4 p.m., yeah, I have to hoof it a little bit.
I love you, man. You do a hell of a job. You're a hell of a kid, and I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
He's moving back to New York. You know what we always follow, Ryan? Our heart. I'm serious. Right?
Yeah, I can't deny that.
Now let's get to the show right now. TJ's on hold, right?
Yep.
How many times has he called today, roughly?
Conservatively 20.
25.
Yeah.
And the first time he called, he was on hold for at least an hour, right?
Yes.
He's made up names. He's used weird phone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so what I did was every time he called, I was hanging up on him, so he knew that was me messing with him, right?
Oh, he knew.
Right. So TJ calls back and he says, what? Don't use the second phrase. I'll fill in. He says, Marty's a jagoff, right?
Yep.
He says, not only is Marty a jagoff, but he's the D word, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yet he's back on the friggin' phone. He's back on the phone. Why the hell are you back on the phone?
Marty, why won't you let me...
Why are you back on the phone?
Why are you giving me freedom of speech?
Go get a job. Get a job. Freedom of speech. Killing me. Freedom of speech. He calls and says, not only is Marty a jagoff, but he's the D-I blank blank word. Okay? Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Come on here and call me an expletive. I get enough of that. I guess I respect the fact that he's giving it effort, but I also want to know why he doesn't have a damn job. If you're on hold on a talk show, and he's not an old guy, if you're on hold on a talk show for an hour and a half, and he was, you got too much free time, man. You just do. And he calls here to jack with me, and he's lied about his name. He's used different phone numbers. And it's always some TJism. And once in a while, a taste of it's fine. But not every day. TJ. Why won't you give me my freedom of speech? My man, go up front of your house and just speak. Is that him? He called here today at least 30 times. Now, unless you were trying to get tickets for a concert, Patrick, when we were younger and you had to just keep calling or trying to win some show. In your entire life, have you ever tried 30 times to call anything?
If I'm not trying to win something?
Right.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Especially when you know they're not going to answer it.
And he's calling to be a jerk.
Yeah.
30 times. You know who I've never hung up on? Ever. Because he's an adult. Jake the Snake. Jake.
You guys are all cracking me out. But my suggestion to TJ is just call in on any time on the weekend,
right?
Because that's what everybody calls Marty all day long.
Right. And those hosts,
and nobody hangs. And
those hosts, because they get no calls, they'll put you on for 40 minutes.
45 minutes of expletives about Marty. Well, I had to dump that last comment, but I'll allow this one. My God, stop.
TJ,
Marty.
Call in tomorrow and read from the Bible for all I care. Come on, man. Thanks, TJ. Jake the Snake. I have never hung up on Jake the Snake. Why? He's funny. He's an adult. He makes sense. TJ never has made sense, which kind of makes him interesting once in a while. My man Ben made my day. He was on hold for an hour and a half to be told to get a job. Get a job, TJ. I can't give you a reference because you're a goof. TJ. Call on the weekend. 25 minutes they'll put you on. They go to the bathroom. They go shopping. They go get their car fixed, and you're still on the air. That is your place. That felt good. I find it amazing, actually, that people would do that. Uh-oh. TJ has a following. Is this RJ?
This is.
RJ, do you know TJ?
No, I wanted to tell you, Colin Dunlap had him on one day last week, and he got TJ to laugh.
Whoa.
Can you believe that?
Whoa. Well, Colin's funny. I'm not. There you go. TJ, maybe we can do a GoFundMe and buy you a little video game or something. I have no idea. TJ. But we move on. I find what I love about the show is the people that call. We have brilliant callers. And I get amazing folks on social that reach out for help, and we're kind of overwhelmed. And because of that need, we're putting together a foundation, a very unique foundation that we'll announce here shortly. Because of what I have learned is that we have to find more ways to help more people. And that's obvious. And there are people in desperate need. And the hardest thing to say to someone who really needs help, like right now I'm texting people, this sweet, sweet woman has a hole in her roof and a baby pool catching the water, and I got to get her roof fixed. And I'm texting people and sending emails. I have a woman that has no handrails on her house. I have guys with $25,000 medical bills. We have folks living in squalor. We have a woman that needs a kidney that fell down the stairs. We just put a stair lift in, chair lift, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not poor-mouthing, I'm blessed. We're blessed to be able to do this, but we have to find more resources to reach out and help people. And this town does that. It does. But we have to kind of organize it and have more money to get that done. And we are doing that. Meantime, there's a bit of a movement underway right now. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Marty, if it's TJ from Carrick or JP from the Hill, whoever uses those initials, just ban them anyway.
Exactly. Thank you. Tell you what happened. Because he tried that game. He changed his name, but he can't change his Yinzer voice. Hey, Marty. He changed his name. Can you imagine? My man changed his name. He changed phones. TJ, if you put that much effort into a job, you wouldn't have time to call us. Get a job. I cannot give you a reference, though. I just can't. I just can't do it.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
PA's #1 volume Kia dealer steps it up with great July deals that are for the people. 25 Kia Sportage LX or 25 Kia Seltos LX. Take your pick. Shorkey Kia has them for just $199 per month for 24 months with $29.99 due at signing. All with 2 years of prepaid maintenance, that incredible warranty, and $500 more for your trade. Locations in North Huntington and Wexford, ShorkeyKia.com. Call 1-855-410-4037 for complete details on all offers and terms.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Hey, what's up, flies? This is David Spade.
Dana Carvey.
Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall.
Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on
video. Every Thursday you'll hear us and see us chatting with big-name celebrities.
And every Monday you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips.
Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
This is Ron Schlauff from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. We've been simplifying the home selling process since 2015. If you're thinking of selling, give us a call. We'll help you get the most money in the least amount of time. Call 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com for a cash offer today.
Do you consider someone in our Pittsburgh area a hero? A hero can be your neighbor, a teacher, a church leader, or even your parent. Someone who has done something extraordinary. Once again, KDKA Radio needs your help as we honor 5 local heroes in our community. Nominate your hero for Larry Richards' Hometown Heroes event at kdkaradio.com.
It's Marty. Check this out, folks. We have a resource right here in Pittsburgh. Helps people through all things Medicare. They make it simple. Your best options, and they don't cost you anything, ever. This is what makes MediConnect the top-rated firm in our region for guidance with your health care. Your insurance company treats you like an actuarial number. MediConnect treats you like the priority. 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. Independence Health System named Dr. Mary Elizabeth Kovacic-Eicher as Associate Chief Medical Officer with a primary responsibility for the former Excella Health Hospitals in Westmoreland County. Kovacic-Eicher reports to Dr. Michael Fiorina, who took over as the health system's chief medical officer last month from longtime leader Dr. Carol Fox. She's a clinician and physician leader as Director of Neurosciences for Independence Health, President-elect of the Medical Executive Committee, and a Credentialing Committee's chair. Also, RIDC now has some skin in the game at Neighborhood 91. The Regional Industrial Development Corporation of Southwestern Pennsylvania has taken a significant financial step in its bid to take over the Neighborhood 91 project at Pittsburgh International Airport, closing on buying the first building at the master plan from the Buncher Company as it works to flesh out the larger vision for the 195-acre master plan site of the Allegheny County Airport Authority. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Times a year they send out a note to employees to clean out the refrigerator. It's always funny. Have you ever gone into a break room at a TV station or radio station, wherever you work, and open the freezer? Whoa. Wow. It's penicillin samples. It's so nasty. And there's always nice people. Like Amy is the nicest woman. She's one of the big bosses around her. She's like, take your stuff out of the refrigerator. We're throwing it away. And then what happens is because people open it so much, the whole freezer is ice. And in the center of it, you'll see like a chunk of gray something. Or some old popsicle that they had at some event here 3 years ago. Seriously. What I find astounding, and I've seen this my whole career, is that people bring food to work and put it in the fridge. And these plebeians, common folk, they steal it. They steal people's food from the refrigerator. These aren't con artists breaking in here like it's a diamond vault. These are idiots that work here. I think, I mean, who raised an adult that goes into a refrigerator in an employee kitchen and steals food that isn't theirs? I want to meet that person. I want to interview them, dissect them. But it happens all the time. You bring something for lunch and someone else eats it. And it's not as if everybody brings in Chick-fil-A and so someone could say, well, I took the wrong Chick-fil-A. No. Someone steals someone's food. Bizarre. I have little coffee things in my drawer by my desk. They're 2X. Shocking that I need twice the caffeine. People steal them. Like people I work with that know me. What is that? In my world, it's an equivalency of what Sheehan did with the fountains. It's kind of a marker for the integrity of the whole group. I should be able to leave my wallet on my desk loaded with cash, and nothing should happen. Honestly. If you were raised right, there is no way in hell you're eating someone else's food, which is grimy. Now, one caveat to that. In my first job in television, Wichita Falls, Texas, I made $12,000 a year. Legit poor. Legit. And too prideful to call home and ask for money. So I would pay my rent and have $5 for food for a week. It's a fact. I'm not poor-mouthing, I'm just telling you. I had a roommate who was a manager at the TV station. He had some money. His name was Jack Trammell. And he had lunch meat in the refrigerator. And I would wake up in the middle of the night really hungry and sneak into the kitchen and steal his lunch meat. And one night, in the middle of the night, he heard noise, and he was an old Texan, loved him. He comes out of his bedroom with a gun and says, "Halt and identify. If I'm lying, I'm dying." Pulled a gun on me. And I had bologna in my hand. It's a true story. Never stole from the fridge again. Jack said, "Well, Martin," he had that TV voice, "Well, Martin, I knew you were having some lunch meat. Don't be ashamed. Feel free." Oh. Is it Ava?
Hi, Marty. How are you?
How are you, sweetheart?
Marty, I love your show, and I just love you. I think you're so totally awesome.
Thank you.
I don't always agree with everything, but you know what, Marty? That's the beauty of talk radio.
Right on.
And at the end of the day, guess what, Marty? We're neighbors.
That's
and
right.
I love you no matter what.
Thank you.
But Marty, about you're welcome, sir. About the refrigerator and coworkers.
Yeah.
Listen, I work for a school district, and everyone there receives a paycheck, no matter how big, small, whatever, in between. People were eating other people's lunches, and it was getting to the point where, yes, listen, Marty, it had gotten to the point where the principal had to send out an email. Look, we're all adults. Please refrain from taking someone else's lunch. You know your lunch, and you know if you brought one, if you didn't pack one, you don't eat someone else's food.
Wow.
Well, it was said on, and I was out these particular days helping my mom.
Yeah.
Someone put a laxative.
No. No.
Yes, Marty. So quickly they found out. They found out who ate it. But Marty, I love listening to you and driving along.
Wow.
And I pulled over safely.
I love her. I love her. I could hear you talk all day. I got to go. So the person with the runs stole the lunch. Ava, that's the call of the month.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
U.S. Steel's new partnership with Nippon Steel
is generating an extra spark